probably should be.
Do you think they want to see us as well?
I think we just leave it like this the whole
Just leave
stream.
it like that, and then see if we get any complaints going on. Okay. No, here we are. Here we are. We are here. Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
How you doing? Carlos has popped round again.
Hey.
On a Saturday afternoon. Welcome.
Yes.
How you
Oh,
doing,
I
mate?
just remembered something.
Ah, you remembered something.
You have my glue.
Yes, I've got your glow glue.
Where's the glue?
I had to smuggle that into the country. He used me as a mule
Yes.
for his glue.
I need my glue, man.
You need your glue. You need
I
your
need my
glue. It's
glue,
actually
man.
over there, just on the counter there, just behind
Good.
that baggy thing there.
I don't want to forget it.
Can you not see it? Can you see
Oh,
it? There you
we
go.
can show it in the live stream.
The offending glue. This is imported, specially imported glue,
There you go.
and it's glow in the dark. I quite liked it actually. Yeah.
It looks like a
We don't have
WC
this,
duck.
do we? We don't get this in the UK. So if anyone knows where you can get some Elmer's glow in the dark glue,
Glow in the dark glue with different
It is.
colors as well.
yeah, this one is greeny and this one is way blue.
Actually, this is like transparent. Like I put on stuff,
No,
you don't really notice.
it's quite green. I thought it was.
I
quite-
I put on stuff. It doesn't change any colors.
Really?
It didn't go green. It just goes
Maybe
transparent.
I just put it really. I larricked it right on.
Oh, you've been spending my. Is that what
I
you're
was
saying?
like, yeah, Carlos's glue, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so you can have your glue now.
Thanks,
There you go.
thanks.
All right, thanks.
Is this? Why don't we have
Wanted
this?
this glue. What can I say? Why don't we have these things? Why don't we have this
Oh,
and
God, look at that, look at
what's the other one I liked? Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum. That's also.
Look at that. You can see it glow inside of the bag.
You could if it was a lot darker.
Well, the bag is dark inside.
Yeah. Okay.
What's going on in the chat?
In the chat,
Oh my God,
there
it's
is people in the chat.
Crazy
I
already.
can't believe it. Look,
I need to come play with you guys.
We're helping
At
them
last.
build.
Been waiting all day. Tristan.
Reynolds needs to hear your dulcet tones in the background while he's building away, just to I'm talking about drones. Shall we talk about drones?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to talk about drones?
No, let's talk about.
I want to talk about
about my vacations.
Flying and vacations. It was a great vacation.
Yes.
Okay, I got really sick on the last day.
At the Tiny Whoop Invitational, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, okay, well.
You need to.
It was the Tiny Whoop Invitational. We were
Yeah.
privileged enough, I think,
Yes.
to be invited along.
Excellent. Yeah.
And we made we represented the UK there quite well, I think.
The UK posse.
Yeah, the UK posse, and it was a wonderful experience. There's so many parts of what went on that I can't even begin
Yeah, it was.
to pick one out
Insane.
as the best part. There wasn't a best part. It was
yeah.
all
Yeah, it was all
amazing.
Yeah,
Like-
all the different things that we did every day, except the time zone.
Yeah, it was
The
a little
invitational
bit
time
weird.
zone is very.
It was a little bit weird, and the other thing that was weird.
Did
was,
you ever get your portals working for flying in and out of your garage? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
We
working
might
now.
show them in a
It's
bit.
working. It is working.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, we want to put that on this thing. Let me try and get my hand in the shot.
What?
Where's my hand? There it is.
There.
This thing here.
Yes.
See this yellow thing here? That is a tunnel. It was made for us by Tom Ashley, and I want to put one on either end of that. Actually, if you
Yeah.
want to talk about irises.
With LEDs inside.
With LEDs, nicely segued. I like
There you
it.
go.
Very, very good. That was nicely segued there. I'm going to try and lean back a bit like this. Let's try and get a bit more camera on me. No, I still can't do it. Shows your LED.
Huh?
Shows your LED. You've
What
taken.
LEDs? Oh, this.
You've taken. Is that? Am I right in thinking that's a TBS?
Yes, it's
Gate.
part of a TBS gate.
That is. Yeah.
Part of it.
So that's the best you could have done with that gate.
Yeah.
Was to rip it apart for its guts.
Yes.
And you're going to put this
Hey, Rory.
in that thing up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I really like about the Tiny Whoop Invite
Yeah.
is the way that they used space.
Everything. Yes.
They used little bits of LEDs and a bit of a tunnel. They fashioned a tunnel out of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And to give you a passage to fly through.
Yeah.
A cavern tunnel to
Yes.
fly through.
Yes.
And I really like that effect. Like it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to try and get up a little bit of video, just for the Tiny Whoop thing.
And meanwhile,
Yeah.
Tristan is asking what's the invitational time zone. It's that we went to
think they're
sleep at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then we woke up at what, 10, 11?
It was all over the place. We did not really sleep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say it was like it was. I'd call it resting. Yeah.
Slight resting, yeah.
Slightly resting. Like for me, there was so much stimulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be the only way. As you're inside that space, wherever you're looking.
Yeah, and you can see it here.
Yeah, I'm going to try
And
right, let's put it on the big screen. You don't want to look at us. So, where is it? Show YouTube on the big screen. There you go. Let's transition that. And this is just one of the flights from the day. Happens to be my flight. That's me in the bottom corner, crashing rather quickly. But as you're flying around, these videos, I don't know if they give you quite the effect that it is when you're in there.
I don't know.
Like the amount of stimulus, the amount of
Yes.
just movement, just in lighting. Yeah, so they managed to get a hell of a lot of movement, a hell of a lot of effect, just by flashing the lights in the right sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. That's one of the gates. That's look at that, the Infinity. So
The
I'm
top
looking
left.
in particular in the top left.
Yes. I
Following
think we need
Merck.
just one video with a course.
Well, yeah, I don't think they've got too many of those. I didn't.
No.
Sorry, guys, I didn't set that up for you in the previousness. But the thing is that when you're flying through that,
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, you don't realise, but that sequence. Another favourite part of mine was the clouds.
Yes.
And just how floaty you could be in that space.
Yeah, I think it's the one of the things of the course and the location is that it's not only just a bunch of like colored flashing gates.
No.
It's everything that's around it that makes it. Like everything is glowing. There's mirrors everywhere. So when you're flying, you just see there's light everywhere. And when
see
I felt
more, yeah.
when I was inside, there was actually a lot of light because there's like lights shining and glaring off of every single place. Like even the ceiling had.
He put
some
mylar, like a reflective mylar, all
you
across
can see
the
there
ceiling.
on the bottom.
So it was very mirrory. So that's what I'm trying to get across, is that I don't think that these videos show you quite the amount of stimulation that you've realised got in that space. Like the amount of extra lighting that was flashing over there and still hitting you looking this way. It was phenomenal. And that picture there segues nicely for me. Like if you was at Formula One, you'd be listening to Murray Walker.
Yeah.
And you're at FPV and you've got the two most impressive voices of FPV for me. Yeah. Like Scully is the master of ceremonies. Like really does deserve that title. And Chris, you wouldn't believe how funny this guy is.
Yeah.
Like you would not believe that he is hilarious. He just drops some lines in. I tell you, he is so funny. If you want to listen to the commentary,
dark humor, very dark
Very
humor,
dark
with
humor.
a straight face. Just says
Just
some
so
stuff, and
deadpan.
you think like, is this guy for real?
is he
or
serious?
Is he,
At one point, there was like a video on or something, and he's like, it's you. So if you think that it may not be you, it is you, and it's you. Right? And it was just the way he was doing it. I couldn't do it the same. And you just got to listen to the commentary. He is a hilarious guy, as is another funny guy. Is that guy that's just walked into the middle of the shot there, and that's Jet.
Jet, yes.
How awesome was that?
Jet, yeah.
How awesome
I met
was
him
that?
last year. Well, actually, I met him before.
We saw his
Look
top
at the
bloke.
camera.
Right. We saw him when he was for Ali Pali, wasn't it?
Ali Pali, yeah.
And don't misunderstand me. He wasn't standoffish in any fashion back then.
No.
But he was right busy and very focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we found him very chilled.
Yeah.
And my God,
That's
what a funny
chill
bloke.
place.
He is a proper funny bloke. Like, he is. Lots of love there. As there is, look at that. Again, this video segues so nicely into stuff.
We don't even have to do any work.
We're just tripping through all of these. I haven't had to set any of this up. See these two guys here. So this is Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Joel in the background. And these two guys, they've got a website called Hydra. Yeah. And I'm going to try and make it look a little bit better by clicking that page there. Yeah. So this is Hydra, and Hydra, I would like anyone in the UK that's got a race going on,
Yeah.
like our friend Chris Atkins over at Hull,
Yeah.
and the guys that you raced with yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
If they want to get involved with Hydra, there's three main parts to it.
Yeah.
There's your race promoter part.
Yeah.
That's all the back end, and that system is wonderful.
Yeah.
Like he changed. Someone walked in and said, "I don't really want to fly anymore, but this guy wants to fly."
Uh-huh.
And he just went, "Schlunk, I'll put you on the bench. Schlunk, I'll put you in there," and it automatically changed everything and dealt with the whole thing.
Really?
Just by doing finger drop sliding.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a race promoter on the timing end, on the race end,
Mm-hmm.
great system.
But what timing system do they use?
They did use an external timing system.
All right.
And you can use an external timing system. I
Yeah.
think they used iLapse.
Labs, yeah.
But you can also just do a first past the post kind of situation.
A what now?
First past the post.
What's that?
Like whoever gets past the post first wins.
Oh.
Yeah, no timing.
Oh, no timing. Okay.
You could do it like that too.
Oh, really?
You can.
Okay.
And it automatically works out the placings and the positionings.
But then it's manual, right? You have to go and say like this guy was first.
To a degree, it's manual when you're doing it like that. Yeah. And
all
they,
right.
they've done loads of events. I think they had done, I believe it was 45 odd events before the Tiny Whoop Invitational. And so the system works.
Yeah. I mean, I was too busy having fun
Oh, it was awesome.
to really notice much about Hydra, but I know that you
was
talk to everyone.
I was very interested.
And you want to know everything about everything.
Oh, of course, why not? We want to bring you guys the info. But I was very interested in this system. So the second part of this system is for the pilots.
Okay.
So the pilot, they've got an app, and you as a pilot put your own details, your own picture, your own build, whatever it is, choose your own colours, and those colours are what's represented when you're watching the videos and the playbacks. So all of these feeds, all of these names that are around here,
okay, so that's
you've put that in.
Your color.
Yeah, you've chosen that colour. Yeah, you've put that in. And then
and what's the money?
Okay, so that's the third part of the app. The third part of the app is for the spectators.
Yes.
So like Chris, he's just had his race up there in Hull.
Uh-huh.
He's in a coffee shop.
Oh, yeah?
So they've got a lot of people sitting about just drinking coffee.
Uh-huh.
So how are they going to engage those people and get them involved? All they've got to do is open the app and they choose who's going to come first, second, third and fourth.
Okay.
That's the betting system.
But if it's like one...
That's the system at the moment,
Yeah.
So it's like who's first, second, third, fourth.
Okay.
And then according to how you've rated them, you win a certain number of points.
Uh-huh.
Those points will accrue to a prize that you could agree with the coffee shop owner for, redemption against coffee or something. Yeah?
Yes.
So some kind of an extra or a prize that you can redeem.
Okay.
Current gambling laws means that there's no money involved.
Yes.
You have to have certain things like membership and all the rest of it. It's possible to actually have real money involved, but they're not interested in that right now, and that's not what's being presented.
Okay.
So, some kind of redemption. If you've got a coffee shop, Chris, talk to us. If you've got someone like that that's interested, I just want to be the go-between and get you guys involved with the Hydra guys, because I think this is going to revolutionise what we do. Because it's made it very easy for your local person
to just
to present something decent.
Gamble.
No, it's not the gambling. That's not the bit.
But that's what makes it.
I appreciate that, but if you've got someone like Phil, like we've got Phil, and he runs a regular race, but that's very private. It's only the pilots in there.
Yeah.
There's no gambling involved. He can still use the system. His pilots still enter their things.
Yeah.
Him as a race organizer can still organize the people
Right.
and change things around.
Yes.
The gambling thing is only like, let's see if we can get the crowd involved.
The crowd involved, yeah. But I think that's one of the.
It's
cool
a great
parts,
feature.
Right?
It's a great feature if you talk about those kind of venues, especially in Tiny Whoop, where it's all very safe and you can fly around people. Like, my God, did you see one not on purpose face punch?
No.
Do you understand? Like a crash.
Oh yeah.
Like an accident.
Yeah.
That many people with that many things flying in that little space.
Yes.
And it was it was
Yeah,
injury free.
Yeah, of course.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. Yeah.
Definitely. So they're asking.
Sorry. We've got to do the chat as well. Bring you in,
Are
guys.
on the end.
Bringing you in, guys, into the chat. Yeah.
Being a part of the drone racing community. Any advice for someone who wants to try it out? Is this free, by the way? Is Hydra free? Can anyone
Hydra is currently free.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're giving out the system. They haven't got an issue with that. They're looking for you to work with them. Yeah. They're very good guys. Like these two guys, the ones I showed you before, Joel and Tyler, are just awesome. So like these are the two guys you want to be looking for.
So
and they're brilliant.
There's another guy. Him.
And there's another guy called Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marty and Joel really do the Hydra. That's the real Hydra pair.
Yeah.
And Tyler is like a commentator interface race organizer.
So if you, I don't know if you know this.
Yeah. You tell me.
If you don't have a timing system and you just do like, the first, who's gonna be the first to arrive?
Yeah.
Then you just on the betting system you just go like, this is gonna be the first guy. Yeah. And Hydra does all of that stuff.
Yeah. Does everything. It's amazing. It even does. This little bit of screen thing that we've got going on with OBS.
Yeah.
It will do that for you.
But where? On my phone or
on the app? On the race promoters version of the app. Yeah.
On the race promoter. Okay,
not the pilot's version.
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. There's 3 bits to it.
Yes. So I have the Hydra.
You've probably got the pilot's version.
Yes.
Okay. So all you can do is put your details in. You can put your details in. You can see the upcoming races. So that is very much like the spectator's version.
Yeah.
Only you can put your details in as well as a pilot.
Okay.
So everything you can see on there, the betting and all of that, the spectators can see.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the order and the position and everything, like the pre-race, when your race is
coming up. There's a lot of races here, huh?
Yeah, they're constantly doing racing.
Like a lot of races.
They're really good. Like, and you can watch any race. And right now, they've only got local Wi-Fi in order for you to actually watch the racing, the feed that's going on.
Local Wi-Fi.
Race.
Okay, yeah.
When they get the connection thing sorted, you'll be able to watch anyone's race anywhere using that app.
Yeah, but that's easy. So if you can watch that app locally, that means that you can connect the computer to the app and then stream from the computer.
Yes, that's the bit they haven't done.
But I guess you need also like receivers and all of that to
for sure. They had 4 clear views, not only feeding the pilots but also feeding their system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there was a lot to it. And
Hertz Whoop night tomorrow. Oh,
awesome.
Hello.
Hey.
Hertz is not too far
it's
away.
only up the road.
Yeah. Maybe we can try it.
You never know. So for me, Hydra, great system. Look into it. If anyone wants to know about it, contact us or look straight to the Hydra website, which is just up here, hydrafpv.com.
Yeah.
And it's just that. Yeah. Speak to them. I love it.
Yeah, they're really nice guys.
I absolutely love
Hydra.
Hydra. Yeah, very open guys.
So I didn't know about any of this stuff.
You see?
I just knew that there was some type of system called Hydra, and then you'd log in, and then the rest was magic. I didn't even know if the system was doing anything or whatever it was doing, but apparently, yeah. Would I need a small drone to use the app?
A small drone to use the app? I don't know what you mean. The app. So the app, you could just manually do it.
Yeah.
You could manually feed in the position. So actually, you could be driving a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The app will connect and can connect. They didn't at the time.
Yeah.
To a third-party timing system like an iLapse or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it will be off VTX then. So you'd need a drone. But the timing system, the whole, it's more than a timing system. Yeah. It's a
race organizing system.
Race presentation system.
Presentation, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's more than even organising.
Interesting.
Yes, it does all of the placings, and works out who's going to race who next.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. It keeps all of that data. it also does all of this overlay stuff. So this Tiny Whoop Invitational logo that's in the corner there, that is part of the Hydra app, and that's been overlaid in its position. So you create your FPV show package with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I'm seriously impressed, and I want.
I didn't know I did that much.
I want it does that and more, seriously, and I want people to use it, and I want to just help someone to get into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it shows this, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so these are the pilot leaders. So on the left you've got the actual leaders. That's the race leaders, and on the right is the winners of the betting.
Yes.
Yeah. So you.
Yeah.
So Bryce there.
Oh, is that Marty?
That is Marty. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Race presentation system. He loves it. So on the right, Marty, you can tell us if we say anything wrong. So on the right there is, so Bryce there has done the most betting and he's won the most points.
Yes.
Yeah. And on the left is obviously, you know, who's winning, and they all of those statistics will always be available.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So like, as you can see there, Matt would choose his own picture, and all of the pilots choose their own.
RNDM Creations is really happy for this system, apparently.
Well,
but Marty, you're gonna get some.
It's an awesome system.
You're gonna get some new people contacting you.
Trust me, they can handle it because they've already done all of the foundation work.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, like I say to you, when we was at the Tiny Whoop, I believe it was 45 races had already done, and that's already an achievement as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say about Hydra at the moment because I think I've given it as much as I possibly can. If the guys want to pipe in the chat, please do let us know. But I just want to find a race promoter or two, get you guys together. Let's get a UK Hydra event going. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So let's just have a look at that. Can you just check that video on the left there? Is it that side? Look how simple that is, Carlos. Yeah. That is just a piece of bent corrugated plastic. Cheap.
Yeah, I know. You know what?
Cheapo corrugated plastic with a bit of LED shriveling up and down it.
The first time we had this,
that's Rudy's hyper tunnel.
Yes. The first time like last year when we had this, it wasn't quite like this. We used it on the bottom part, and we just had like strips of stuff moving on. So it was just like
twinkling,
shimmering. Yeah. This looked really good, and the tunnel that they did underneath, like the Tunnel of Love. So that used to be part of the Tunnel of Love before, and then they changed it to.
The Tunnel of Love is really good.
That thing that they did now, man, that was amazing.
So that Tunnel of Love, he made that out of a
UK or bust.
UK or bust, exactly. So the Tunnel of Love, Jesse made that from a one-way film that normally you put onto glass to make a one-way mirror.
Oh, all right.
But he didn't put it on the glass, and he just crumpled it up.
It looked good.
And then stretched it out a bit to make that shape, like really ingenious. Yeah. So you could look into the Tunnel of Love. Yeah. But from inside, you couldn't see out.
Yeah, that's true.
You just saw the reflections.
Yeah, so when you were going in the Tunnel of Love, you kind of just saw like all the...
It was just the reflection, because that's the one-way mirror side.
But when we were outside looking, you could see all the whoops going through.
All the way through.
Yeah, I love that.
And the same thing with the one above it. So you can just see it in the corner. Let me see if just here in the corner, where my little mouse is wobbling. That is a similar system. And he had 4 sides of mirror, actual mirror, and 2 sides of one-way mirror. So you could see into it again. Like, it's just so ingenious that you've got a tunnel that from inside you can't see out. Yeah? But from outside you can blatantly see it as it's going past. Yeah. Like, so many ingenious little...
Tristan is already. I'll pay to
20,
fly.
You'll pay more.
Let's see if we can get you next year, Tristan.
Well, hang on. That leads us to an interesting thing. I have written it here. Look, I've written it here. A bar.
A bar.
Like that. So if you had a bar like the Tiny Whoop bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you go? Yeah. Who's that bloke in the front? Oh, we love that guy.
That's a real mustache.
But would you?
Um,
Like, look at that. That's a bar.
yes.
You've turned up. That's a bar.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a few flights. Yeah. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
a regular bar would work.
Like a once a week bar, once a
Yeah.
month bar.
Yeah. You just need to set it up so it adds on to it. Because that's what I was saying in the beginning. This whole shebang that you see here is awesome because it's everything. It's everywhere. It's not just,
Yeah.
you put gates around and
Yeah,
that's it. No,
yeah.
it's everything.
It's the whole space.
It's themed
Yes.
to
Yeah, yeah.
diffuse light and to just show light everywhere.
Well, it's
right?
perfectly shown on the screen right now with the amount of shininess on the ceiling. That is all mylar.
Yeah.
That's been then stapled up to the ceiling,
Yeah.
attached to the ceiling to give that extra shimmer
And
of
mirrors everywhere.
mirror. Oh,
like
what a
completely
collection of mirrors!
everywhere.
What a collection of mirrors this man has! Like, oh my word. So would a bar like that? I'm not talking about just a nothing like, oh, we've only put up a few gates.
Like a pub with
No,
a few gates.
No, I would. I'm talking about the whole place. As soon as you walk in, is as stimulating as that bar is.
Might be interesting.
You could only, you know,
The
you
thing
could,
with the bars that
30
there's
people.
drunk
How many
people there.
people? Well, you could have a dry bar. You could have an alcohol-free bar. Who needs alcohol?
Oh look, it's my quad.
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah. So
Yeah.
even the launch pad was just simply beautiful.
Yes. Oh,
Just-
I made one.
Just absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
And if we're talking about beautiful things, we might as well talk about Dean Nicholson.
Yes.
Now, Dean Nicholson, when we turned up, he was faffing about with some bits of wood, and I'm just looking for what he created, and we all like, oh, what is he doing? He's got all these bits of wood, and he's screwing it together and taking it apart and screwing it together, and it took him ages. Yeah, it really did. Now, I'm not having a go. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it to us while I'm looking for the video. I'm not having a go about it, but my God, it took him days to do this.
Yes, definitely.
But what he made,
yeah,
I truly believe is installation art. Yeah, like I can't describe it in any other way, but it is art. Like you could see that in some big museum, something like that, and wow. Just I spent ages just sitting
and looking
on
at
the sofa, just looking up at this thing, and it was just wonderful. Just I'm desperately trying to find a picture of it now.
Well, there's you could just like during the race.
During the race,
they
yeah,
actually go through it.
So all right, let's let you have a look at the race because there's no better than watching racing. So these are the guys, and they're off, and part of the race is that you fly around this infinity cube, and you can just see it there on the left, just poked out.
No, you almost made it. That one.
This thing here.
And if you,
yeah,
look at that. You can see it multiplies
it's
like
amazing,
tenfold inside.
Amazing. How he even thought about it, I'm so impressed. But it took quite a while to actually build that. That was not an easy thing to build.
And it was gigantic. Like you can't.
Yeah. And
get the scope.
Do you know what?
Of how big? Like
I don't know if I'd
this.
like it as if it was smaller. It had to be that big.
Yeah.
It had to be
Yeah.
to have that presence.
Yes.
And it really did have such an astonishing presence. Like you, again, this video just does it no favors because seeing that live, like actually sitting there and just looking up into it, and it just expanding in every direction. It's just amazing, Loved it. Those gates that we just went through there, they're Bryce's gates. The video doesn't do it justice again.
Yeah,
because
they had colors
they had a lovely sequence action going on.
Look, all the mylar in the tunnel of love.
And up into my favourite part, the clouds.
I mean, it looked beautiful, but it was hell. Like if you hit anything at any time during the clouds, you were completely like, where do I have to go now? No clue where I have to go.
But yeah, that's because you was all trying to race.
Yes.
I was up in, I spent ages in the clouds pretending to race and just going round and round. And I just loved it. Just dreamily floating backwards and forwards.
Mini Burning Man for whoops.
Mini Burning Man for whoops, yeah. So just floating in those clouds. just as a space to fly.
Yeah.
Going back to the, will it work as a bar space? Like,
Mm.
do you always have to be racing?
Yeah.
Will it work as a space where, I'll just throw a couple of lipos in and just have a float about in the space?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I spent ages in them clouds, bros. Utter ages I spent in those clouds. Seriously, many, many lipos. And I could still do more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was a beautiful place. I think all of it was a beautiful place. And I have some HD footage of it all.
Yeah.
Whoop
nice
HD footage.
Is
this one mine?
Yes, that is for you. So there was a lot of really nice effects. Yeah. There was a lot of nice effects, a lot of nice.
Do you know what else was nice?
What was nice? What was nice? Oh, yes, actually, there's quite a few things there. So that's one of the nicest t-shirts. I don't think I've got my one on. What one have I got on? Let me see.
No stripping.
I've got
please.
layers. I have layers. So get my lipo one. This one.
Oh, you got one as well.
See, this one is the
Exploded.
Tiny Whoop in Bits one. Yeah, lots of lovely t-shirts.
This one was by, I think the design was by Alex Raccoon.
Are you sure that was Alex? I thought that was Say.
And Say. I
And
think
Say.
they both work on it, and it's. I don't know
Say
if
she's got some nice ones.
She has lovely ones.
Then it's got the shimmer. I don't know. Does it come out really? Does it come out?
I don't know.
It's like a hyper shimmer. Like a.
Yes.
It's not just
it's
a
called
flat
hollow.
shine.
No,
hollow shimmer.
It's called hollow.
A lot of colour in
and,
there.
And I think there's currently what's it called? Giveaway.
Okay, a Tiny Whoop giveaway.
For
the ones that didn't go. Yes, so there was a few.
Yeah.
Jesse made a load of t-shirts and offered them to us as guests.
Yeah.
And some of them didn't go. And I believe that on the Tiny Whoop page, you can win one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get over to the Tiny Whoop page. I haven't got a link for it right now. Maybe I'll look it up or something.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on Say Andrea's site. Do you wanna?
On her website,
yeah.
You think? Oh gosh, okay.
Say Andrea.
So.
Andrea.
Yes, I did.
No, with a E. No, with a E. Andrea. That's it.
That's what I did.
One word.
I did. That's what I did.
.com.
He's having a go at me now.
There we go.
There it is. So let's show you that then. Website. There we go. So this is Say's page.
Yeah.
And
there's lovely stuff.
Great stuff. And you know what else is nice is that she's chosen, very importantly, she's chosen very nice material.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you touch the cloth, when you actually feel the cloth, it's very, very nice. So yeah, get over to Say's page and have a look at that.
Any Whoop events in Italy?
In Italy?
Maybe. I'm doing an event in Italy, but I don't know exactly the details yet. But as soon as I know more, I will reveal it.
Okay. Okay. So these are a few examples of Say's patterns. Yeah. And she's done. They're really nice patterns. Like.
I actually got a shirt from her on.
I've got one of all.
On the Invitational.
Yes.
With the what's it called? Weeds and drones.
I think I've got that one too. So I've got that. That's one of the ones.
Yes.
And then.
But mine is signed one, huh? Do you have a signed one?
Oh, now you've just upset me now.
Forgot, didn't you?
So you got 3D weed.
3D weed, that's it.
Yeah. That's the one that you've got there.
Have you tried putting? Oh, if you put glasses, will they be like 3D?
I don't think so.
Maybe they will actually.
I don't know.
Maybe they will.
It's a bit funny when you cross your eyes. Yes. So yeah, Say Trash. Lovely t-shirts.
Yes.
Funny enough.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I look in my wardrobe now. I don't know about you guys out there in FPV world, but
yes,
it's all gone FPV clothing. Like
not all for me, but most of it.
Most
is
of
FPV
it.
T-shirts.
It is one way or the other.
FPV T-shirts. I have this lovely.
Yeah, it's you get
that Tony keeps coveting.
Tony loves that.
Can't have it.
He's gonna have to work hard to get onto the team. But yeah, it's all gone FPV clothing.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. It's.
Are you guys like that out there?
There's April.
Yeah.
There's a. opening, I guess, for FPV apparel.
Apparel, yeah, for
Apparel.
sure. And I think that there's also an opening, like for Say's artwork,
Yes.
Don't misunderstand me, Say, I love your work, but in like backgroundy stuff, like some of her patterns and prints, I'd love to have it as a lining.
On the inside.
Yeah, as a lining on a nice suit, but as a lining so I can just still flash my FPV in a suit.
Nobody wants to see that.
Do you know what I mean? You got your little bit of FPV on the inside, or a little, you know, as a handkerchief, like, yeah, or even as a notepad, like, you know, like the background to the edges of it, or the front cover of a notepad, like, really work the other angle of it.
She sent me something today. I don't know if I can show it or not. Okay. It's not that, but
you never know.
Let me ask her.
Right, we'll find out. So while he's asking her, I want to just quickly talk to you about this lovely little thing here. And this was made, I'm desperately trying to remember the guy's name now. It's credited in the website. He made some gate ends. Yeah? Now, we've got a lot of problems with gates because they're ever so flimsy.
Yes.
Yeah, and they don't like standing up. No. So he's made this gate end here, and I think they're great.
It looks nice, yeah.
And he's very generously put them on Thingiverse.
Excellent.
And you can just put them to pretty much any plummy pipe.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be on the Drone Junkie gates, but any kind of gates you can put them onto. Yeah. And they're very simple. It's just these things, these little parts. Yeah. And a little bit of plumb pipe.
And a lot of people don't know, but you don't have to have a 3D printer to get this stuff.
No.
Like Thingiverse allows you to actually
you can order this printed here,
and
get
here. Like prints.
Right here, you can order it printed.
And I've done this in the past, even though I have a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to spend 10 hours printing something in my house, so
you just outsource it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just outsource.
And it was super cheap, like for I don't remember, like I think it was like a protector for my Tango. It was like 15 quid or whatever for.
You just needed that part, you know. At the end of the day, and we're progressing down that road now. I've got a particular penchant for 3D printing where when it gets very, very small, like if you've got a big part, I haven't got such an issue, but when it gets very small, I'm right into resin printing.
Resin, okay.
Yeah, like I've got, you know, we've got the truck stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you've seen these ones. These are 1/32nd, and I want accessories for these.
Yes.
I want different rims.
Yeah, I want like the
I want a roof rack and the stuff in the top.
But with 3D printed, it doesn't look very good.
It looks awful, bro. Like it's got just too much grain of print.
Yeah.
Just too much.
And like stuff sticking out, and then you kind of have to spend more time cleaning the 3D print.
Even. It doesn't ever come nice. Yeah. It never comes nice. And if you try and do the vaporing, it all gets too smooth and you lose any detail. So I'm looking into 3D resin printing.
Okay.
As opposed to FDM.
All right.
Yeah. For scale parts, especially for these scale parts.
Yes. I remember you looking at it, but there's stuff that it's a bit harder for resin, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
like fats and whatever.
So there is a few things. There is some mess. There is some sticky problems. Let's call it. Yeah.
But then, can you do stuff like this?
Yes. So if we want to transition that nicely, so this I list this literally. If you can see, do not buy this product. Yeah, do not buy this. I don't want you to buy this. I haven't ordered loads of them. I'm not that interested in selling them. Don't buy it. Do not buy this product, alright? Because I don't want you to buy it. Yeah. Why do I not want you to buy it? Because you will lose. You will lose parts. This thing is crazy small. Look, that is on a lighter, on one of these. Yeah. Compare it to the size of this. Yeah. Look how small it must be. Alright. So. This is going to be a hard build, Carlos. I know you want one. Yeah, but no. But that would demand resin printing.
Yes.
Like this, in order to satisfy that little thing there, that's one filament's worth. Yeah. Of roof rack.
Yeah.
And in filament, it's just going to be pants.
Yeah. it's gonna break as soon as you look at it.
Well, it's not, yeah, and it's just never going to look right. Like, how are you ever going to get these upright parts of it to work right if it's only ever going to be printed across?
Yeah.
So resin for me is the way to go with this, this scale, this size. Yeah, these other ones, the 1/35 scale ones, they're not so bad. Yeah, but still, I can show you. Sorry,
It's alright.
I can show you. We've done a few of our own prints, and whilst they're nice, yeah, they're nice. They're alright.
Yeah.
They're not great. They're not nice. For me, I just wouldn't put it. I just wouldn't put it on my little car. Like, you can't quite see the graininess, I guess.
But with this, the thing is that for this to be
it.
perfect, you have to like coat it, then you have to paint it.
No, not in resin.
No.
What do you mean coat it and paint
Well,
it? You've got to
no,
paint it
I'm
anyway.
saying with this.
You've
with
got
this,
to paint anything anyway. Like scale weathering. Like, I don't know if did you see Neil's bit of he did some paint. Let me just try and pull it up now because I'm going to transition it until I pull it up. Let's do it properly. Yeah. So Neil just put his Jeep. He's just done a Jeep. Yeah. And I think he put it on. Hang on, he must have put it on the Orlando page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just beautiful what he's done. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Yeah. Because it's so pretty. Now have a look at that. How nice is that? Yeah.
That's very nice. And is that 3D printed on the top?
I think that is top. That top one's 3D printed,
Not
as
too
is the
bad.
snorkel.
And the lights as well?
Yeah. The lights, we do those as a light unit.
You do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you get them from the site.
Oh, and the things too?
And that side grill we do.
Oh, I'm interested.
Yeah. But I really like what he's done here. Can you see this? What he's done
Was
here?
the door broken?
He's cut the door and
Yeah.
bent it out to make it look like it's been retched.
That's very nice.
Yeah, and the amount. Look at the weathering and the dirt scale that he's put in.
I saw someone that you can open the.
Cut the bonnet as well.
Yes, he cut the bonnet as well.
Yeah, I think he's done this door.
I would love that. Look at that. That's really good.
Like, it's just so nice.
Yes, this is.
Look how he's even got a little
way
bit
over.
of dirt. Yeah, it's just, look at it. It's fucking lovely. Yeah, but can you see here?
Yeah,
see for me where it fails.
Yeah.
This is where it fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very.
And if that was in
grainy.
resin, yeah, you'd never get any of that.
Need to go to Specsavers.
What, in order to see that? No, 0.2 nozzle, still no good there, Andy. Honestly, yeah, I'm very, very fussy.
I mean, I love the I love the look of the Jeep.
Yeah. For me,
I need to.
Let's go back to that.
I need to play with this in FPV.
Well,
I can play a little bit, like looking at it. It looks amazing, but then I want an FPV.
Okay, you and I both want the FPV for sure. I ain't gonna argue with that. But you could still FPV this.
No, you wouldn't be able to see shit.
Yeah, but that's part of its charm.
You'd be like, oh, where am I going?
But wouldn't that be part of its charm? Like when we did it, part of the charm for me was that I had to turn left to look in my little mirror. Yeah?
Yes, it looks amazing.
Like if you are going to FPV it, you would do a pan left and right. You wouldn't just do a fixed camera FPV.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah.
On that, so I don't know. I like it, and I like the idea of resin. And until I get resin, I really am not happy with this.
You're not happy with that?
I'm not happy with any of these.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can throw them away. For as far as I care, throw them away.
Poor Husso has spent like countless hours printing
hours
this for
printing
sure.
them. He can spend all day long. I still won't like it. Yeah. But what I will like, I just want to show you something that I do like. Let's try and get these.
Laser printed.
Let's try and get these. SLS laser. No, I had SLS laser. My Dragon is the SLS laser printed, and it still has problems. And SLS laser, the problem with that is that it's powdery, so you still don't get a smooth finish. Yes, you get a much nicer line-free finish, but you get a very powdery surface.
Powdery.
Grainy.
Grainy. Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely tell. Whereas resin is like glass, bruv. That surface is bang smooth. Yeah, and resin leads us into things like this picture here. So say hello. No. So say hello. This is Groot.
This is Groot. I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm Groot, and this is the winged Pegasus.
That looks, yeah.
So these were made
amazing.
by East Coast Customs, who is Chris Atkins.
Yes.
And his partner in crime, Patrick. And so what they've done is they've made the moulds for these.
Yeah.
And I'd like them to make the moulds in resin.
Why?
Because we would get a lot stronger mould.
Okay.
For one, the resin press, and you'd be able to get a lot more detail in it.
Think so?
Yeah.
Like this is pretty detailed.
Yeah, but you'd get a lot more detail into the sides of these. Yeah, they've had to lose detail because they've smoothed out the FDM. Yeah. So in order to smooth it out, you've lost detail. Yeah.
It still looks amazing. Look at this.
It looks incredible. Looks utterly incredible. Yeah. So nice bit of work there by the lads. We are going to launch. They've got the Alien one now.
Yeah.
You've seen that on the site.
Yeah.
And we're going to launch these ones in the coming weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. There's another one coming.
More.
Yeah. That I like even more, called Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a picture of that?
Can
you show? Maybe not.
Well,
not.
We can and we can't. So I'd rather not to show it so quickly.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Hey, is that our Joe? Hey, Joe, how you doing? We was just talking about you. You'll have to rewind to find out what we were saying. But because we've kind of moved on. Sorry.
You're losing your voice, I think.
I am. I just talk too much. So the Zilla one has got more fins out the back, which is what I really like.
Okay, yeah.
I really like this.
Like proper Godzilla,
yeah.
Or like a Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus-y, very Brontosaurus-y, like patch things on the back. Because I really want to change this thing, and I'd like to even make bigger canopies.
Okay.
That go to the edge of the frame, and kind of ignores that it's a drone even.
Okay.
Yeah. So just more shape with funky looking inflow holes.
Okay.
Because we still need airflow. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know that much. Yeah.
Not that much.
I know that much.
But won't it be too heavy though?
It's vac form, bros. It's vac form. Do you know what I mean? We've put cameras on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got 10, 12 grams. Take away the 3 grams for the canopy as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a load of weight there that you can add on.
Depends on what you do. If you want to race it with it.
The weight's not the issue.
Then what?
The airflow restriction is the issue.
The airflow, yeah.
That's the actual issue.
Yeah.
The weight is not the issue.
You
but how do we make it look?
Side vents.
Side vents,
from
yeah.
The side. So what you want to do is, if I understand correctly, is something that's like this.
Yeah. Comes in from the sides and a little bit of a hole at the front, maybe that feeds all 4 of them. Like I want you to think about this in the flying angle. That's the flight angle, and here's the hole that feeds all 4. But I get a different side or an animalistic or a fin out the back or
Tell you what, I would love a dragon, like a dragon head with a camera, a camera on the front.
Here's my.
You have a dragon.
I do have a dragon, actually. I do. This is my SLA. What's the one that?
PLA.
No, the sinter powder printing.
Ah, okay.
Is this? I don't know if you can see it, but it's very grainy. Yeah. So.
And it broke already, like a leg.
Can you see how it's grainy though?
Yeah.
Can you feel it? Yeah.
It's not bad though.
It's not super smooth.
But it's not smooth.
This deserves to get painted, but I'm just not good enough. Maybe I'll give it to Neil. After looking at his Jeep, what he's done with that, I'd be quite happy. So something like this, a bit more
Hey, Dennis.
alive, a bit more animalistic. Yeah. Some change like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Quad, the Italian guy, Fabrizio, he's Quattrovolante.
Quattrovolante.
Yeah. He's got a lot of good style.
Is it?
Where he takes, he's really almost like car, and he's bringing in a body shape.
Do you have it?
To the centre part. I probably could pull up something. You know what we're like. So you chat away, Quattro.
Well, I don't know. I'm interested to see what this Quattrovolante quadcopters are.
Yeah. So like when you're trying to look at his body shapes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's bring these guys over here. Can you see stuff like this one?
Oh, I looked at the one in the bottom. That's Quattrovolante. I didn't know. Oh, that's very nice.
Can you see what he's done there? He's got the side plates, but how he's done this nice little top and fin.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot to his style.
Mm.
Yeah, for me it works really well, but I want to expand that even more. Because again, for me, it's only the centre that he's grabbing hold of.
It has to be everything.
I want a bit more curve
you
here,
want props,
so I can come
basically.
fatter out.
You want just something that floats in the air
it's
without
not
looking
that I
like a
don't want
quad.
props. It's not that I don't want props. I want them to be incorporated in that body.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a curve on the inside of that prop arch?
Don't know.
Yeah, are you with me?
More weight. That's the reason why. That's the technical reason why.
Who knows? Who knows?
I think.
Yeah. I was trying to get the same thing, and I was trying to argue the toss with most of the people over in the States, including Jordan, and trying to get the top end to want
something
better looking.
pretty. No, forget.
Yeah?
It's
just you. Yeah. Hey,
he doesn't care. It's like this might be a hammer for me.
It means nothing. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a tool.
I'm different. I want my quads to be.
I want it to
pretty.
look
I want it
pretty.
to look racy.
Yeah.
I want it to look different. That's why I always try to.
Always want to put. I always want to put a little bit of a sticker on.
Yeah, sticker.
Yeah. I want it to look like something.
Yes.
And not just a bag of jolly just thrown on the table.
That's why. Oh, you do this as well. But my racing quads.
They've all got to have a bit of life to them.
It's not just lights on it. You have like a little bit of
just even a little bit of artwork changes it, doesn't
going
it?
on, and the colors as well. It's suited for for what the drone is, rather than just put some pretty colors flashing around and that's all right. It needs to be pretty, you know. For me.
Look, what for me is I'm going to watch an FPV
Posing
video.
racing.
I'm going to watch an FPV video and I'm going to be like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But when I see one of these boys bringing out this bag of carbon and plonking it on the table, I don't get, I want that. I don't get that feeling.
Yeah, because it all looks the same. It's just like different.
Now, Ego Drift did some a while ago. Do you remember Ego Drift?
And yes, Andy's saying a posing canopy, not a racing one. I say, why can't a racing
canopy be posy?
Yeah.
Like we was just watching yesterday a bit of Formula One, old Formula One,
like a jolly
1980s Formula One. How beautiful
the cars look. Yeah.
How beautiful! It's still a tool, still goes round fast, but it's beautiful.
And they don't have to.
No.
They could just be all like.
Could be dirty panel.
Yeah. Without anything on it.
It could be dirty panel, but they make it look nice because, it helps. We all want it to look nice. You want that. It was a desirability.
No, it's because sponsors are gonna look like, this guy is winning or this guy is second place, and look at how pretty that car looks. Not like, he won, but his car looks like a piece of shit. Like, people aren't gonna look at it. People like to look at beautiful things even while racing.
Now where we're beyond it just being a tool, and it's it's a nice looking tool. I think the visual aspect of it is very important.
Yes,
and we're at that stage where we can appreciate that, and I hope we end up doing that. Ego Drift doesn't seem to have the picture that I want.
No.
But there's a lot more than you can get out of just like flat carbon sheet, bruv. Like, it's just so boring.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Yeah, I can't stand it. Make things look better. Yeah.
Pinewood
creative category. So
that was a creative Oh, didn't know about that.
No?
Tiny
Didn't know?
Whoop Derby racing. There's a creative category awards apparently.
For who's going to make it look better at the end of the day?
I don't think it's just like an award as it is. Like when you're in this type of racing, it's for the sponsors that you are, right? You want to keep the sponsors,
When you're there,
and you want the people to look at the
they're
sponsors as
putting
well.
it
Yeah,
here.
they're putting it everywhere, right?
They're
In
not
the car,
putting it on the drone because there's bugger all place on the drone to
Yeah.
put it, and it looks like nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
This, you know, and
Drift cars have style and performance. And how many pictures do you see of Jones? Like everyone is always like, "Oh, look at this! Look at this! I just crashed in the mud. Look, it's all dirty."
they just look so awful, bro. They honestly, they look awful to me. They just look like I'm not a carbon fan anyway. Yeah, you know, and they just look like a bag of jumble. Yeah, it just looks like that's you know why I love a lot of Tiny Whoop, because Tiny Whoop gives a little bit of flair.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot more flair available in Tiny Whoop.
What's that?
You know,
Oh.
that's Sweet Zoo.
We forgot about
Before
that.
we do that,
yeah.
because we just spoke about Groot
Yes.
and we spoke about Hull.
Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to Rory.
Yes.
Yeah, new team pilot.
All right.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's like a beast.
Wow, I knew he was a beast anyway.
Because I just saw that video from him that you showed me, I think last episode, of him flying, like trying to fly. Yeah, it looked alright.
No. That was I said to him, do this and do that and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
all
like
of a
a
sudden
little
he's
test.
winning races left and right.
Like a little test.
Like a
thing,
beast.
Yeah. And that's what that video was. So
Yeah.
that video wasn't really his skill set.
Okay.
If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he did have a little race, and I'm just looking up the little zoomy always. Can't see it. Can you see it?
See what?
Where is his video?
I don't know.
Alright. He actually.
Yeah.
Do you know like Matt? You know like our mate Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our mate Matt is a top class helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Some of you guys may have seen him. He was at the
Matt
Tiny
Hannum.
Whoop,
Yeah.
Tiny Whoop Invitational with us. Yeah. He's a professional juggler. He was the guy with the ball.
With the ball.
With the ball.
The smooth ball.
Yeah. With the smooth shiny ball.
Hey, Jim and Carlita.
So, but
Hey, Martin.
hey, mine. So Matt is a very accomplished helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. And Matt also worked for some time for Propel, demonstrating tiny drones
Yes.
in very small offices.
Yeah.
So his skill set, line of sight is incredible.
Up the roof.
Yeah. Actually incredible. Like
Yeah.
proper can make it dance around you, pirouetting backwards in a circle. Yeah. And Rory is of the same ilk. Only Rory's like 14, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And he's been demonstrating lightweight 3D airplanes for a few years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got the finger
So
skills.
totally stick control. He's got that down. Yeah. He rushes a little bit in his racing.
Rushes. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Unlike
because he
Matt.
hasn't. Yeah.
Matt is wonderfully smooth, wonderfully consistent. He knows his pace. He sticks to his pace, and he gets around that course. Yeah. So we just rein Rory in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got the ability to target. He's got the ability to correct quickly. Yeah. He knows how to fly. Yeah. So I'm very happy to have him on the team.
Zoomy.
Zoom. Yeah. You should see it.
You're British
Yeah.
euphemisms.
Zoom. Right.
I say what?
I say.
What's
Johnny.
that, governor?
Now Rory, when he does go to fly,
Yeah.
yeah, he will become very, very good at it. Yeah. Because
He already has the
he already has
base
the
skill.
basis foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! Another one.
Another bit of competition.
Damn it!
Yeah, what can you do? So Rory, I sent him something. I'm going to just show you. Can I show you this video?
Need to put the YouTube one.
The YouTube one.
Yeah.
No, this is
YouTube
on
big
Facebook.
screen. Yeah, I know, but YouTube
No,
big
look,
screen.
it's big picture. All right, let's try it then. Let's try it. See if
There
it's
we
any
go.
different.
What are you doing? You're just screwing stuff
I'm
around.
totally moving things around, and I've ruined it. Completely ruined it. Yeah, Carlos is going to get freaked out now. Alright, so this video, I sent him this. And this is one of these. So you know we make the tiny woovers, like that.
Yeah.
And I've made a teeny tiny woover. Really, really small. And I sent it to him. He built it up. And look at how much control he's got on a little dining room table.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's crazy. It works really well as well.
Oh, it does. It works
Look
great.
at it compared to the actual Tiny
Compared to
Hoover.
the size of the actual Hoover, yes, it's impossibly small. Yeah. But
Crazy.
for me, it's the amount of control that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's good.
big shout out to Rory, top class. Rory, if you can put the link to your video, I can play it because I can't find it. Yeah. But that's why I like Rory. Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. Let's stop that. Boy, I can't think of what else I want to tell you about.
That's why we wrote the list.
Is that why we've got a list?
Well, we're a bit sad
Yeah.
because of this, isn't it?
Oh, that really that's hit me hard.
Put a hamper on your plans.
That has put a big damper on my plans. And
Hamper or
damper.
damper?
A hamper is like a picnic thing. Like that would be good. So it's put a damper on my plans. There is no Dortmund race this year.
There's no Dortmund race this year. Shame.
Like
The Dortmund race is the one in, just so people know, it's a huge show in Intermodelbau.
Intermodelbau.
But this year they don't want it, unfortunately. Oh, look, Rory's posted.
They don't want to race.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going to.
We're not going to go there.
Dortmund. But I know a couple of people in Germany. I'm checking if there's going to be any major races.
Well, see, I really wanted to go because I also wanted to take Lusso,
yeah,
so that he could experience what it is.
Maybe next year. They go back.
How comes Rory's videos have become so small? Rory, I don't know. Alright, enjoy Rory's video, as small as it is. I don't know why it's like this, but that's his video. So yeah, Dortmund was probably one of my most favourite races from last year.
Well, definitely an amazing place to go.
And 8 halls of toys.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
8 halls. You don't need to because you was there.
Yeah, I don't need to imagine. I have a video on it.
It was really, really good. So have a look. That's Rory in tiny video. I really don't know why it's like that. That means
because it's
really weird.
That's a little bit bigger.
That's a bit bigger. Yeah.
It's good racing.
Yeah. It's got good
Very
lines.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. No sound? No, I guess not.
No. Who knows?
A
little bit of tiny sound.
Tiny sound.
So this kind of place, Joel, if you're still watching, the guy that runs this, his name is Chris. This is a coffee shop. I think it's perfect to get the other people in there involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's a regular run race.
Oh, it's regular as well.
Yeah. Chris does a regular race. Joel, what's the best mover right now? Is obviously it's mine. It's my one.
I need to talk to you.
It's my mover.
I need to talk to you about something.
Yes, go for it.
I wanna on this Hoover stuff. You know, there's that's 2-in-1.
2-in-1. Yes, the one that you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were trying it on. Actually, if you could put the Instagram video. I was in this place.
Transition to you.
Yeah.
And onto your Instagram.
Yeah, that's it.
This is your Instagram.
So I was in this place.
It was here.
Yes. It was organized by Hamwood Park Drones. It's
Uh-huh.
far west, unfortunately. It's super hard for me to get to because it's on
It's
the
far
opposite.
away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look at this space. Like this space is amazing.
Great amount of space.
They even
Nice
use the
use of
tables.
Interesting.
A little bit of a tunnel action.
So imagine if that bar was like a tiny bar.
Yes.
Completely done out.
Yes.
Like, that's what you want, really. Okay.
Like this place, I mean, they invited me to go.
In
Even though-
Hanworth.
Yes. Unfortunately, it was like two and a half hour to get back home afterwards.
Well, that's all part of it, though.
But yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. It was
Rory took 3 hours to go home from Hull.
really.
He went to
Wow.
Hull. Like, yeah.
I thought he was like a local.
Now think about it. He
You might
went
as
to
well stop
Hull.
it. But what I'm saying is that this place, look at the
Yeah.
floor right there on the left.
Yeah.
See that beautiful floor?
Great
And then
for
when I was
movers.
there,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
I need to move.
I need to Uber here.
Uh-huh.
And actually, they lent me the Hoover that goes up and down.
Okay.
That has that horrible,
The dodgy plastic foam one.
super dodgy plastic foam
Okay.
one.
And the idea is, I'm waiting
Can
in
you
anticipation. Can you tell?
Make
Probably.
a proper base for this.
Yes.
I think it will be worth it.
I like the servo moving
Yes.
duct.
That's amazing.
I like
to,
that.
to go from the floor and then all of a sudden you're flying is
I think we could
It's
use that
amazing.
on a wing.
on a wing.
Yes.
What do you mean?
On a wing. On a wing.
What? Just hover
The moving, yeah.
and then go?
And then it transition. So the wing's always flat.
Yeah.
So you're hovering, you got this pair on this side, pair on this side, and then it transitions to forward.
That's also a good idea.
You like it, don't you?
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think of a wing.
Oh, you didn't think of a wing? I like it with the wing. Oh, I like the wing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
You like it,
I
don't you?
didn't think of the wing
You
at
didn't
all.
even think about it at all.
Hmm.
No, see, I think about wings all the time. Yeah. Joel wants custom firmware for Woovers. I also want custom firmware.
Yeah.
Um,
But there's a
the closest one is the Wolf Whoop
yeah from
from
Badass.
Alex over at
Yeah,
Badass.
that's it.
That does work nice,
Mhm.
but I think
Yeah.
if you could have it on throttle
On throttle.
for the lift
Okay.
and pitch and yaw, no
Yes.
roll, for the
For
right
the-
stick,
Yeah.
yeah, you could then do a little bit of braking with your throttle
Uh-huh.
as you're doing corners and get tighter corners. So you could do drifty corners
Uh-huh.
or tight corners
Hmm.
just by dropping a bit of throttle.
Okay.
You with me? So I would also like custom firmware.
Yes.
And if anyone can slap up Beta Flight,
Then maybe
let us know.
beautifully.
Yeah,
No tunnel will ever beat the tape tunnel from the warehouse.
that's a great tunnel. That
And,
was a great
what
tunnel.
camera and VTX are you using on that video? It's Tristan already replied. Cadix Turtle V2. Yeah,
It is Cadix tunnel.
Cadix Turtle, and they're just like a little what's it called? TX03 from Ichin. Not sure if Martin mentioned before. Either will be doing live stream for the MultiGP Championship in 2 weeks. Oh, very nice.
Okay,
And breaking news.
we have news.
So, a little promo for Marty. Hydro FPV just flying plans to run live stream and pilot picking at the MultiGP Drone Racing Championship Feb 8-10 Las Vegas. Very interesting.
Aha.
And Martin saying that's called a VTOL for the wing. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Philippe the Booyakasha. Easy
So-
now.
So Hydra, look, are doing
Yes.
multi-GP.
Marty, maybe can we get Marty? Do you have a minute? Can we get Marty on the line?
We'd love to get Marty on the line.
Marty,
because
do you have a
Marty-
minute? And would you like to be online?
Come and chat to us about it.
Do you have Marty on Facebook?
Well, yeah, clearly. He's
Send
there,
him,
look,
send
this
him a
guy here.
little message.
This guy here. What, voice call him or just
No,
message
no,
him?
no. We can.
Let's see.
Marty, James has sent you a little message on Facebook. Let us know privately or in the channel if you want, if you have a moment to come on and talk a little bit about Hydra. Huh? Would that be cool?
Okay. And until then, so you're watching
Yes.
on the video now. This is he's got no time.
Oh,
This is the Tottenham.
Tottenham?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I missed this place.
Yes.
And
And,
they
that's the
take
tunnel that
I missed this place. Yeah.
ask Joel. Oh,
Okay, no problem.
I'm on
So,
too. Oh, well, Joe is on. Do we get Joel on?
Joel, yeah. Joel's there.
See if we can message him on.
Let's see. I like Joel.
Not Joel.
Don't be silly. And how are we going to get him in?
So I think for now it's probably easier to just do like a chat on Facebook.
Okay.
Joel, we're gonna call you.
Let's see. Let's see if he's okay for a call.
Yeah.
Let
us know.
But yeah, I'd love him to explain some of those things that I couldn't answer for you.
Yeah. And I have a lot of questions as well.
I'm sure that there's a lot of people who've got questions.
Oh, look at that. He's up for it.
Let's see if we can try and call Joel. Yeah. And, you know, he can explain it a little bit better.
Yes.
Here we go.
So we have a caller. We have a caller online.
I don't know if that's coming out.
It will be. It will be.
It's coming out.
Like the ringtone. This is like a proper radio show now.
Proper radio. Hello, we're calling you from KLC 94. Is that Joel?
That's me.
Hey.
Look at that. We got Joel on the line.
How you doing, Joel?
This is probably like a proper radio chat now.
It's an actual thing. We look like we know what we're doing here.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if you heard, but I've been extolling the virtues of Hydra to anyone that would listen, to be honest.
Yeah, I know Marty kind of tipped me off, so I decided to
I think you just need to put the volume higher on there.
Okay.
On the first one.
So there's a couple of things that Carlos has got to ask.
Yes.
I think that is a great system, but let's see what Carlos's issue is.
Definitely. Like what? So, from what Jem was telling me, I don't know if it's legit or not, because he don't know nothing.
What are you asking me for?
You can run the system without any even any VTXs or any type of like external system at all if you want it, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we kind of have different levels of use. So like the very like basic light usage would be just kind of facilitating the betting, but it wouldn't live stream, it wouldn't pull in any of the video for switching or anything. So it's just a mobile app with a director app. One of the things I'm working on right now for Vegas for the multi-GP championships is complete integration with Lifetime and multi-GP as well. So if you run either of those systems, it will pull in all of the data, all of the lap times, all the scores and results. It'll pretty much automate almost the whole thing.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So it's pretty lightweight, and then I have solutions for scaling up to where you can pull in all the video into the app, and like you do kind of the cool switching 3x1s instead of just a static four grid.
Yeah.
And then it puts the overlays of the pilot names and number of bets and the odds if they have any for different types of those types of things. So,
because one of the things that I thought immediately when you were saying that it can connect and it can connect to VTX and it can use it just separately was with the VTX, those tiny little TBS things, the VTX time trackers or something like that. Right. If it could connect to something like that or read or whatever it is, then it becomes like you just need a phone and one of those tracking things, and you have the system set up pretty much.
That's right. Yeah. So I actually the TBS tracker is not necessarily my favorite device. I tried working with Team Black Sheep to get the protocol so I could integrate with it, and they weren't really very forthcoming with that. So I reached out to Tony Cake at Immersion RC, and he was much more interested in what we were working on. So I do actually have support in the app coming for the Lap RF puck, which is like $100, or I guess it's like 75 quid. And also their big 8-way, the larger tracker that's like $600, or I guess probably like 500 quid or something. So that is coming. I have I actually open sourced that whole protocol with Tony, so you can find that on GitHub. Just search Hydra FPV on GitHub, and you can find all that code. That's amazing, open source. So that's been put out there. So yes, and that would work over Bluetooth as well as if you're doing some hardwired stuff. We can do it over Ethernet as well as USB. So I had support for all three types of connections. So
that's
incredible, isn't it?
That's fantastic, man. Amazing work. Trappy, if you're watching, work with this man, man. Your gate system, whatever thing, is dying. Nobody cares. But it's what I like about it is that it's cheap, and that it's just a tiny little thing that you can attach to any gate. So, but it's so limited. I don't know why they're not working with people
because
like
they need to
like
work
Hydra.
with Joel. They need to work with these guys and get that. Get someone that understands the software to make the software work properly.
I'm good at annoying Trappy. Maybe I can annoy him a bit more.
You're more than welcome to do that. I mean, I'm open to working with them. The Drone Squad, which is based out of I think LA here in the States, they had worked with Trappy to kind of do like an exclusive agreement to be the software that did the tracking. And unfortunately, they were using a software system solution called React Native, which is like one of Facebook's platforms, and so they didn't have very precise control over the Bluetooth. Exactly. So I know they hit some problems with that. I talked to the CEO of Drone Squad for a while about it as well, to see if I could jump in and help on that front, and he wasn't very interested in that either. I'm just trying to play nice, guys. Like I just
I mean, especially this type of groups that then releases everything open source. You'd be mental not to try and work with these people, right? Why?
Because they want it for themselves. Sometimes.
But then no one uses it, so your product just goes to shit. Instead of, you get more people buying your stuff because, look, it's so easy that you can just plug it in, turn it on, leave it there, and that's it. And then you use your phone, and people can bet. I think this system is amazing. I didn't know, when I was in the race, I didn't know that it had all of this stuff.
I didn't understand quite how good it was.
I just saw Marty going around with a tablet asking, what's your pilot name? And then I thought, I don't know, there's some type of magic or whatever, and OBS just handles everything, or someone is moving strings.
How easy.
I don't know.
When Say came over to you, Joel, do you remember that minute? And she said, I don't want to race, and this guy wants to race. I was blown. At that moment, I was totally blown away.
Yeah.
Because he had his little iPad there, and he went, oh really? You don't want to race? Oh, all right. I'll just put you on the bench. Like, looking at her while he's doing it, like, I'll put you on the bench like this, and he just, I'll put you on the bench and I'll put you in, and it was that difficult. That was and I was like, oh my god.
What's necessary for someone to get the admin part of this app?
Yeah, how do we get people involved?
Yeah, so right now I'm really focused on the next 2 weeks for the championship. That's going to be it's a big deal. So, we're really focused on getting all the software really integrated tightly with what Joe Scully is going to be working on and getting it really buttoned up. After that, so that's in 2 weeks. After that, I will send out invites to anyone on the list. To get on the list, you need to go to our site, hydrafdv.com, and just sign up for be a race director. Yep.
Oh, now you're taking him off.
Yeah, even better than that is to join our Discord channel. So Discord is like a chat, voice, text, instant messenger kind of thing. A lot of gamers use it.
Yeah,
Slack, there's a link to it inside the app. So go ahead and download your iOS or Android Hydra FPV app and find the link to Discord. You can join our server. And then I'm Netizen01. Just go ahead and private message me saying, hey, I'm interested.
Are you sure you want to release this information? Because a lot of people watching this are going to start spamming you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just the ones that have serious intent.
Well,
just the serious people. You don't need any harassment. Like, if you've actually got something going on, like Chris, I want you to contact him. Yeah, get something going on, and I think we need to just get one or two guys here in the UK knowing what's going on. Yeah. And be a bit of a buffer for you as well, Joel, because obviously time differences is going to drive you mental.
Yeah.
So if there was a guy here that could answer questions that you have, that would be the best way. So I think one or two UK race ambassadors to then contact Joel.
So it'll be kind of in a closed beta for a couple months this spring, and before it goes, full public release towards probably like May is my guess.
Cool.
So
by the summer,
have some more features, but we'll start out with a simple version and keep adding on features for you guys. A lot of this is done, but I'm kind of removing and hiding things that are still kind of what I would call, work in progress to make sure that people don't get, crashes and different things, set expectations accordingly. So, by this summer, we'll have a full, the full thing will be up and running and with, business models attached to it and everything. So get in early. Yeah. Help us out.
Yes.
I
mean, if you need any help from us here in the UK to promote this,
well, we are doing it.
We are promoting it now.
We're doing it
but
now.
when you get releases and stuff.
Yeah. No, Joel knows we're here for him.
Super nice, man.
Yeah, he knows we're here. I just want to find some serious race guy in the UK to start it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a couple of weeks on that. We're going to watch you when you do the Las Vegas show now.
Yeah.
We're very excited to see that, as I'm sure you are very excited to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing. That is quite a big old race.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on with us, Joel. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
Yeah.
I know it's way out of hours where you are now. Yeah.
No, it's like
certainly
11:30. It's morning.
Yeah. You forgot all the time zones.
He's having lunch now. He's having lunch. All right. Well, bon appetit. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks a lot. We'll chat to you soon.
All right,
Joel.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us, Joel.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy. Bye bye. So that was a little bit more.
It was amazing.
Info for you there. Can
yes.
you see what I'm trying to say? Like,
definitely, yeah.
It's such a great system, and he's giving it out, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. He's putting it out there. There is a business model later on down the road, but you could use it without that.
It's very, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to use this system. Even as an admin to discover the possibilities of what it can do.
For me, it was when something was going to need to change and how easy it was. That was what it was, because I've seen, like, one of my favourite race organisers is Eric. Yeah, Eric Liu. He's like a magic master when it comes to it, and even he has problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? So to me, this is, and that's where we have our little issues. Is we want to do a race thing, and unless you're going to be really, really serious about it.
Yeah, someone has to have a laptop. I know.
Yeah.
It's the setup and the tools.
And the writing the names and who's this and who's that.
And there's no other tool that does this, really.
No.
At the moment. Unfortunately.
I can't think of one. I can't think of one that does anywhere near as much as what Hydra does. Yeah.
Clean shaven, didn't recognize Carlos.
Hey.
Hey, Neil.
Neil, how you doing?
Yeah, the mustache and the beard was just was specifically for Tiny Whoop Invitational.
It was on purpose.
Now I have like proper person's hair.
Yes. So we was chatting about Hydra.
Yes.
And Joel very kindly came on to give us a bit more info there. Hopefully, within a few weeks, we'll get one of our guys to get on that kick.
Yes.
And we'll see what it's like.
Hopefully,
yeah. Until then, we're going to wait for 2 weeks' time for the Vegas big race.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that and just cheering the boys on.
Pretty interesting. I want to go.
I'd love to go, but I don't know if we can do another one
this soon.
Soon. We're planning on going to Germany.
Yes.
Soon, and like Dortmund devastated me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now, because I'd really want to go just even for the show, but the show on its own wasn't as good. Like, it's not enough. Like, with all the race people, all the FPV people.
That's the fun part.
You know what I mean? And it was like a bonus to have the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now it's like, it's just the show.
Just the show. Old geezers going around.
Oh, the trains. 2 rooms of trains. Oh god, trains.
It's, if we could fly Tiny Whoops there, I'd be there in an instant.
Yeah.
But we can't.
No, they won't let us do that. We tried. They won't let us do that. They get upset. Yeah.
And to spend that amount of time just to go with these cars on the thing as well, it's
no.
It's like you said, it's a the everything else is a bonus, a super huge bonus
to the FPV
but
race,
by
which
itself.
was awesome. Yeah. So if anyone in Germany, any of our viewers know of another race that is
big race
going to be, we know it's hospitable. We know that you guys are awesome. We want to come and just spend time with you.
Yeah.
That's all. Let us know if there's another race or anything like that. But Dortmund, I'm gutted.
Yes.
I'm proper gutted. I can't really tell you how gutted I am.
Happens.
You know.
Stuff happens.
And that's
There's more.
it.
There's more races.
That's it.
Well,
That's it.
we
It's
have.
the end.
No, it's not the end.
It's not the end.
Projects. What projects do we have for this year?
We've got a few projects. Do you want to? I don't know how you're going to show that. You can't show them the iris gate is working.
We can.
So the gate's working.
We can show them.
How are you going to do that? You need
How are we
another
going to do
screen.
that? No.
Are you going to do FPV view of it?
We have a new toy. A new.
Yes.
Something fell off.
You got to plug it in though.
Huh?
You got to plug it in there.
Plug in what?
That
This.
thing. No, not that. That white one. That one.
This one.
That needs a power supply.
To this one.
So that one it probably is, and then
And
plug
this
the
one
other end of that
here.
in,
Is that it?
and then it will make noise. Yeah, it's made a noise now.
All right.
It's made a noise. So you want me to give you this transition screen? Is that one up there, isn't it?
Huh?
Are you going to turn it on?
Yeah. I'll turn it on.
He's turning it on now. Here it comes.
This is another added feature to the podcast.
Yes. So now we have. Yes, we have FPV view.
What is this doing?
We have the view of FPVs.
The view of FPVs.
Yes. Has it worked yet?
Oh, it's raining.
Oh gosh, it's raining. We can hear rain outside.
Well, we're
Which
not going
is-
to go too far.
Pretty normal for the UK, but. Yeah. Did you hear that noise? Did you hear that noise?
Look at that! Look at the
Never mind
FPV on the live stream.
FPV
This
live.
is the future.
Live FPV.
So
On
what's this? This is
Which
the
screen is it? It's that one.
0.
I think this mirror's wrong.
No, it's not.
Is it wrong?
No, it's the other way around.
That way.
Yeah, you have to.
That's weird. That's
It's
weird.
that screen there.
That's a
No,
big-
it's that screen.
It's that screen.
That screen. Yes.
It's
You
that
just need to
screen.
put your hand here. That's it.
It's that screen there. Yeah.
All right. So
And
that's
there
the
it
iris
is.
gate
There's
there.
the door.
Let's see it close.
That's it.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
And
Shuts
open
and
again.
opens.
And we're going out. Oh, I can
Oh,
see
it's
shit.
well dark out there. It's well dark.
It's night.
That's very
It's
dark.
night in the UK. There we go. Let's
So
do
yes,
a
so
bit
the
of
iris gate had a little bit of a clunky action, and it's been revised now. So we're a lot happier with it now.
It looks. It seems to be working a lot
It's a
nicer.
lot smoother, yeah. It was a bit clunky.
Ah, there's the LED that I can find.
Oh,
Right in
the
here.
other one. Okay.
So what the other project
There's an iris gate on either end of this tunnel. So,
with LEDs inside?
Yeah, yeah. So, well, personally, I want you to go in and for it to be pitch black.
Really?
Yeah. And then the gate open, and
No.
that's the light that you see.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I want to disorientate you.
All right. But I think we need a gate with this. I think the idea that they had in Tiny Whoop Invitational. Oh,
Oh
they're
dear.
getting everything.
Don't go that way.
The idea that they had in Tiny Whoop Invitational by lighting up the gate from inside is amazing. But because I have limited LEDs. What I was thinking is that
We've got loads.
doing one LED, one strip here. Oh, no. Wait for it. There we go. One strip on the bottom,
I don't know what he's doing.
one strip on the side,
It's great FPV feed, definitely.
Shut up.
Very clean.
one strip on the top,
Yeah.
and then one strip on the left side there.
You can stick them anywhere you want inside there, bros. I don't
But
mind.
separately, we'll have to show it when it's prepared. I have a few ideas.
But they're all going to
without
like
window.
work in sequence though. Yeah, they
In
need to
sequence,
work in
yeah.
sequence.
That's the easy part.
That's the important thing.
Right, that's done with the FPV.
Yeah. So that's a great bit of feed.
Plan.
That.
So
I
more
like
stuff.
that FPV feed.
More stuff.
That's very clean. Did you like that? So maybe if we did an earlier show, we could fly outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want,
Other thing.
yes,
Oh, that's interesting.
is to finish this.
So what you really want to do is replace that with a piece of Perspex. And I liked what they did where they had it on standoffs. And they had another piece of Perspex on the top.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite good.
Yeah, and this pretty much, I think it's out of battery now because I forgot very stupidly to,
That's probably the best way to drain the battery.
But what this does is it pretty much lights up all the separate LEDs. But not only that, you can then press a little button.
Yeah.
And it starts like a countdown for you to go, like with colors, and then it goes like beep beep with this buzzer here. It goes beep beep beep, and then beep, and you go.
Okay.
And when your drone comes over this again, so this will all be after you go, it's all black, right? When the drone goes past it, one of these lights up with one lap.
Whichever one's yours.
Whichever one is yours.
Okay.
So you'll know like you're drone 1, or you're drone 2, you're drone 3, you're drone 4. And when you go through, you'll see, drone 1.
1 lap.
1 lap. And it's fully customizable with colors.
Okay. So it's like a lap counter.
Lap counter, but a visual lap counter for people
Four-way. I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these my angel eyes? What?
They're off his car, yeah. They're off your car.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Angel eyes on the cars and the BMWs. They got the ring LED light.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
No, they're not your old stock, Neil. They're not from...
No, these I bought.
These are RGB addressable as well, I think.
Yeah. So you can put whatever color, whatever sequence. But I think that's one of the things that is missing on racing. You see, when all the quads have LEDs, fair enough. It's slightly easier to know like who's who and who's in front or who's doing what, right?
Slightly. Yeah.
But you never know. You just see like two drones flying together.
Yeah.
But if you can address a color in the drone to the same color in this,
on that,
then it becomes
tells you that's like a visual readout of the lap.
So when you go through this, it will tell you, oh look, your drone number 1 is the first because he has 2 laps and all the other ones have 1.
Okay.
You like the idea?
Okay, I can see it.
It's already coded.
Yeah.
I just need some smaller adjustments to refine the code, and probably something better to.
Oh no, definitely 2 pieces of acrylic and some standoffs.
Yes.
I can see working
and
very
what
well.
I saw in Tiny Whoop Invitational is that they had like a system kind of like this, but it was directed at the location. So when the drones fly
big
through
old metal thing.
Exactly.
Is that what you're talking about?
So I want to add something
that's
like
the
that.
Shielding.
And a gate here on top, or a fitting for a gate here on top. So you have to go through here so that it knows that the drone is gone. Understand?
That's doable. That's doable.
That's it.
It's doable. I like it. Okay. That's a good project. Alright, so I just need dimensions. I can cut the plastic.
And if this could be integrated with Hydra...
Well, from what I understand, you can integrate most anything with Hydra.
We'll see.
From what I understand, you're just telling it those timings.
Yes.
It's not
Yeah.
deciding if it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
So
as long as this can tell something what's the time, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, it would too from the past.
I need to.
Have you got 4 receivers in there or just 1?
Just 1.
So you're sequencing those 4.
If for
so
any
the
of the old
worst you're
school
going to
guys,
be is 25 milliseconds off or something.
Not less. It's instant.
But it has to do all 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's instant.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
So yeah, for
That's
four
fine.
for 4 pilots, which is what we race anyways.
That's where we are anyway.
Instant to.
That's where we are anyway.
I gotcha. Hit me up. What's that? Could you link that to a larger 8-segment counter for the spectator? Yeah, as well. But this, being that this is where the race is starting, it will be visible on the course anyways. Right?
It should be. Yeah.
And curiously enough, Whoops
fit very nice.
Exactly, perfectly there.
I would make it a bit bigger though.
I can. That's the size of the rings.
No, the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing bigger.
The whole thing. I quite like
Yeah.
the way that Jesse's ones had 2 at the front and 2 just at the back.
Mm-hmm.
It made it look a bit more present.
You think so?
Yeah.
But then you kind of, you're at the back, so you're not starting at the same time.
You
know?
are.
That's why I put everything in there.
Nah, you are. You're so close. It's only there.
I know.
It's there
But
and there.
it's enough that if everyone goes at the same speed, you're gonna be behind someone instead of just going for it.
Like that happens a lot.
It's possible. I don't know.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. So things that I have to do is
That's interesting.
spice up the code to make it a bit more reactive, because right now everything is manual through a button, and the setup is a bit So I want
That
to.
could do with a setup screen, could
Yeah.
it not?
So
Like,
I already have a screen to
rather
do
than
a.
having to guess.
Yeah, I already have a screen to do setups for this, so it's not too hard to just configure this screen to connect to this. That's fine.
I
But
like it.
this is for those like they've seen my post for
capture
a
the
year
flag.
ago. Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
It's still the capture the flag.
There's
We had a
no-
lot of fun with that, didn't
No
we?
difference.
That was a lot of fun.
You need to bring that back.
Even the cheating.
I'm making some adjustments to capture the flag as well.
Yeah, to stop people cheating.
No. You remember that I think the problem that I had was that you had to connect like a lipo, not the checker, like a something to power it up, right?
Mhm.
And it has to be connected to it. It's not one device.
Yeah.
I want one device that you can turn off, on, charge.
Yeah.
Like the TBS tracker. That's why I love the TBS tracker so much. It's one device that you just connect a cable to it to charge it, and that's it.
Can't you just put an LED thing to the tracker and reprogram that?
What do you mean?
Like put an LED output to that and just reprogram the code in that tracker. It's already got the
No.
thing on it.
The tracker doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work that way.
No, unfortunately not. But you know what? The tracker does work with. It works with gates as well, with LEDs, kind of. How is our groundbreaking crew?
He needs to make it tacky. I like this a lot. So, what do you need
make
from
it
me?
tacky? Yeah. Well,
tell me
this
what you need
this
from me.
makes tacky. Maybe, like you said, it would be nice
A
if you
couple
had
of pieces of acrylic, definitely,
Yeah.
and some standoffs. Yeah. There's not much else then, so you just got to refine the code a bit.
refine the code, and I need some type of. I need to check with I always forget
Dean
his name.
would know.
With Dean,
Dean
exactly.
Nicholson,
With
yeah.
Dean, on how he made the.
How he's shielded.
How he shielded it so it only receives signal from one place, and to make it some sort of connection that I can just come to this and say like, oh, now blue is orange, and this one is this, and on wristband whatever, and this one is on wristband whatever, and this one is on wristband
You need
whatever.
a screen. You
To
need a
configure
screen,
stuff.
because otherwise you could be pressing buttons for days.
I think my problem is that I try to adapt this to the casual race that we do with the guys, and no one gives a shit. Hey Jones.
Too many channels changing.
Yes.
To keep
And
up.
people are always like, if you say, all right, we're gonna race. These are the frequencies: race band 1, 3, 5, 7. People are like, no, but I'm on race band 8. I don't want to change. And people just want to go, right? So I think this is more adapted to proper racing.
Fixed racing. Yeah, because like at the Tiny Whoop, we only had 4 channels.
Exactly. And people only race when they're told
Only
to
race
race.
those 4 channels.
Not like, oh, now I don't want to wait for the next race because I crashed or whatever, so I just want to put another light on, just go, wah, 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 and then it's not a race, really, right? It's just like a fly around with mates.
Maybe there's a way you can have 4 buttons and programming each one, program it, turn it on, then you'd have to turn it off,
I can actually.
and then program, turn it on, turn it off, program, and then all of them on, it sees it.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah? You see? That's why I'm here.
I don't know if I have enough connectors to do that, but it's an idea.
Joel says copper tape is a decent shield. I don't know if it's, copper tape for sure, but is it not, is there a certain shape? Is there a certain funnel?
Yeah.
Is there a width or something that we have to close it into? Because it's the same issue with the iris gate
Exactly, yeah.
and trying to get that consistent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
this
exactly
one
the
I
same
think
issue.
this one I think you just need to shield it on the inside.
Yeah, because there's so much wood on the outside, it wouldn't get through anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, there is an idea of maybe we need to do some research or a few experiments of different types of boxes that we put around that final antenna.
Well, I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel. I mean,
no,
if
just
Dean's
someone,
done this
if
already,
someone knows, then
yeah.
yeah, for sure. But that would need doing.
Yes. And then it's just like a tiny little thing that you can put on your backpack. And what I'm trying to do is create race elements.
Accessories.
Like they have on Tiny Whoop. I think that makes a difference in a race. Not just like, hey, let's just put some gates around and that's all.
Yeah.
Like
I'd rather call it a feature.
Feature, yeah.
And a run.
Yes.
And a length.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't think any one of his things was any shorter than 6 foot.
Yeah.
Any individual thing.
No, but you can create. You don't need to have like a 6 foot structure that you can't put anywhere because you don't have the space. But you can make 6 tiny ones and link them together.
Like Bryce's gate in the middle.
Exactly.
Like Bryce's, or the one that I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So
I really like the tape tunnel from Tottenham.
Yes, and that's something that what does it require? Tape.
Yeah, but what I want to do,
and tape is like this
three gates.
Yeah.
So imagine this: I've got a fixed gate at this end, a fixed gate at that end, and a moving gate in some kind of circle pattern, possibly.
Okay.
In the middle.
Again, this is just a
and the tape is between those gates.
Yes.
So you've got a gate over there.
Yeah.
3 foot away is the middle gate, then there's another gate, so 6, 8, 10 foot, you can make your own tape, and you could even have it a bit of a corner, but what I want is that middle gate to move. I don't want it just 3 fixed gates.
Yes.
Or 3 fixed squares.
Okay. How much would
with
it move?
tape? It doesn't need to move much, 10 centimetres in every direction.
10 centimetres?
Yeah. It's not a lot.
Not much.
That's not a lot, that's only that much. 10 centimetres.
So what you need is just a device
to move that centre box. Yeah.
With not a servo but a motor that spins very slowly.
Something, motor on a cam, something. Yeah. Because what that will do.
A cam, exactly.
What that will do is all of these lines that's going from the first fixed entry to that moving one and then to the next one, the exit, all of those lines will move around together as you're flying into it.
Oh wait, so all the tunnel is gonna move?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the middle one, so imagine you've got the lines, you've got the tape from the first entry.
Yes. It will connect to the middle one.
the side middle one and then carry on going to the exit. And all the way, so you've got 3 on each side at least, tape bands.
Yes.
And then that middle one will move, so those bands will move with it, won't it?
Yes.
All the way. Like that's what I want to make. And then that's only 3 gates.
It's not impossible.
Not really, just a moving one in the middle.
We can try it.
Yeah, I'm actually forming a few little...
No antenna.
I've got one that's got like a donkey kick idea.
That's
things.
what we do already. Don't use antennas.
Yeah. Donkey kick like this with 2 bell cranks. And I'm thinking, actually, if I could do that, you could have just a circle moving and that would do the left, the right and the uppy downy that I want. Because I want it to do that. Not just this. I can do that, but I want it to do that as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that kind of a gate, or have the gate shrink and expand. That's also good, the Tristan. I think harder though.
Much harder, yeah.
But that kind of a, can you see what I've made out of nothing?
Yeah.
It's
with almost no materials.
No material.
To carry. That's the thing.
To carry, to put up, to put down.
Yeah. Because imagine that. Oh, we're gonna go into a pub or whatever. That will allow us to go there. Let me just bring all the tunneling that I have here. Spend 5 hours assembling
all of that Tiny Whoop stuff
for
into
1 hour.
A pub, can I?
Yeah, all the one that you have. Yeah. Or
I can't take that. Imagine trying to take the Infinity Tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me just carry this big box in and put it over the back of these booths. Like, it ain't gonna happen. This is, so this is part of the issue of this temporariness.
Yes.
And where you need, going back to, will a bar, if someone said, that's it, I'm gonna take this space and it's gonna cost me £2 grand a month
Yes.
Yeah, I have to earn the money for it.
Yes.
How do I do that? Regular racing.
Yeah. Fixed is different. Fixed is what Jesse has. That's why when you look at his environment, it's just amazing because all the stuff is not going to move from there, right?
Because
So
it's
you can
fully
just add until it goes
well, it's the
insane.
full environment. That's what I'm trying to get across. Like, no offense to anybody's racing that they do in a hall or anything, but you know, everything beyond the gate is just village hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas everything beyond Jesse's gates was scenario.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was backdrop to what you're
That's it,
doing,
yeah.
not.
So my question is that how do we create that temporary backdrop as well? Because I think it's the important thing.
That's very difficult. It's difficult to do that small. Like, I could say to you, projectors on the walls, but
Yes,
you're going to have to have everything dark in order for that to have any point. Yeah, I could
I'm working
say.
on a few ideas with tunnels and projectors.
Awesome.
I need to go use your loop.
You can go and do that. Yeah.
You chat with them.
Alright, so there is a few ways of trying to do those kind of ideas. I'm struggling right now. I really am into fixed space, and I want to get my own space. So if anyone knows of anyone that's got a bit of space and wouldn't mind an academy, we're very interested in running our own academy. I would really like to show you guys how to build stuff and how to fly stuff, how to fly faster. Let's see if it can work out. So Carlos has just left me here to have a conversation on my own, which is very weird to just talk to yourself. So don't know what to say to you, but what I will say is that coming up very soon is going to be a project that I want everyone else to get involved in more than anything. So there's a little bit of Chris involved here because from East Coast Customs. I'm going to think about a competition to redesign what whoops look like what we was talking about earlier on, where I've got, here's my little canopy, and alright, that's a beta canopy, the most boring canopy you can get, but what this has got its own look, its own shape, and I want to change that, and I'd like to get some people's ideas into that. It would be fun to see what you guys can come out with, because I still think, alright, it's not going to work really well, but a falcon, yeah, something like that, something completely different, yeah, would work really well in my mind. And I think if we had a workshop, a maker space for FPV, more than just I want to make a cabinet or something, if we had an FPV academy, which is what I really want, where we can show you how to 3D print stuff, we can show you how to laser cut stuff, we can show you how to do modelling, your ideas are going to come out more in that bit. You know, like when they talk about with this is why children are the future, because they've got crazy wild ideas.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about if we had the maker space that allowed people to play with FPV ideas. Yeah. Crazy things like, you know, Tom Stanton. Have you seen his YouTube video?
Yeah, it's all crazy ideas.
It's all crazy ideas, and it's because he's got a few tools there and a little bit of engineering knowledge and understanding that he's going through it. And I reckon there's a lot of people that have got ideas, but they haven't got the tools.
The tools to do it.
They haven't got the skill.
True.
To know how to use those tools, even if they had them. And I feel if we had more FPV related maker spaces, you know, like
even flying spaces that can be those spaces.
Well, that's my ultimate project, obviously. But
imagine a Tiny Whoop headquarters where you can go buy stuff, you
make
can build stuff,
design,
and you can fly stuff.
Yeah, but design new stuff where they're interested in it. Like, I might not understand how to make a square move in a circle, but someone else might do. Yeah. And if you've got the space where you can all share that idea in the same space.
Well, there's hack space. But
hacker space, but for FPV. Hacker space that's interested in how to get race timing better, how to make gates look better, how to do collapsible gates. Like if you had a gate, like those little
shrunk.
Yeah, those tunnels that they do for kids.
Yes.
If it was a bit bigger, because that's the issue with them. They need to be bigger.
I think they're perfect.
They're a bit
Do you
tight.
like it?
A little bit tight. No, for half decent fun racing, they're a little bit tight. If they was a bit bigger and they already had the lights in it, that would be a great feature. Yeah, but trying to take it and put lights in it, it doesn't work. It fails a little bit, you know, and they're a bit too small. So there's lots of things that we could do. For example,
I have another idea of things that we can do.
This subject really hurts me because there's a lot of my money just sitting under a table doing bugger all. But the scan box, I won't even give it its title. The scan box would have been an awesome product. Yeah. Now,
hey, Link.
I reckon you could.
Oh, Lil K. Oh, it's Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. I reckon you could make products like that.
Yeah.
In makerspacey types.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would like? This is a fantastic idea.
Go for it.
That would.
I'm all ears.
That would change.
I love new ideas.
Change the
change
way.
The face.
Change the way that you go and race with your mates. And
Okay.
I think it's possible. And I think there's a very
sounds good.
Easy way to do it.
I'm holding my breath.
Yes. Do you guys want to hear it?
I do.
Shut the link down now. No. Wait.
Shh. We're shutting the link now.
No, we're not shutting the link.
We're not
Listen,
shutting the link.
What's the worst thing that happens when you get to a place and you want to race? You get late, right? Though there's a race going on. But it's a race with your mates, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is turning on and going.
Everyone's turned up.
Everyone said like, oh yeah, I've picked my channel, so I'm racing.
R5.
Screw the rest of you.
Yeah.
And there's always someone in the air.
Yeah.
And you want to be like, okay, what channel can I be? And someone tells you, oh, go on F2. And I'm like, oh, F2, but there's like 3 guys flying.
How do I get onto
How
F2?
do I get into F2? I don't even know what channel I'm in now.
Okay.
And so your chances, oh guys, I'm going to turn on.
For you to turn on, yeah.
Good luck, everyone. Maybe I'm in a channel, maybe I'm not.
Like at the Invitational, they had to go and walk out. They had to leave the building to change their channel.
Yes.
Okay. And your idea...
My idea is a small little product...
Is a Faraday box.
For your drone.
Yeah. Okay.
That signals cannot escape except maybe towards you. You know? Like maybe, think of a cup where you put your drone in and the signal would only come towards this way, right?
It would still come out enough to piss people off, do you think? Not?
Well, but there has to be a way that you can put your drone in a tiny little box or whatever, be able to change the channel and not piss people off. And that's my idea. That's my gift for anyone that wants to make something like this.
Who are you selling that to? Are you
Everyone.
selling that? No. Everyone will benefit. I appreciate that part. But you're selling that to the race promoter.
Race promoter?
Yeah.
If you want to be like every person wants to, like imagine you're putting up a race for your mates, right?
Yeah.
And some people arrive later. Hey, I need to go into this thing. Ah yeah, use the Carlito box.
Use the Lito box.
TM trademark. Use the Carlito box to change your.
It could just be a Faraday cage with the arms that you stick in, like on the.
Small box. I'm talking about a super small box that you can fit your hand in to press on the button.
You'd have to be able to change the channel.
Yeah,
that's why.
But enough that you like a box for the whoops. It will be like this size. I don't know. It's like a box that you can fit your whoop in.
Yeah.
No signal comes out except for your towards your face, so you don't annoy anyone.
So, like Joel says, I could just see like a fabric absorbing one there. Yeah.
Fabric.
Yeah.
Is there a fabric that absorbs radio material?
If it's as long as it's got a mesh to it, you could probably get a fabric like that.
There we go.
Because it's the mesh that's catching the signal.
Yes. I think this is possible.
needs to be earthed.
This is possible.
It would need to be earthed.
Earth.
Yes.
Okay. Well, just connect it to your wrist or whatever.
No. rod into the ground kind of thing.
Rod into the ground.
That's an earth. Connected to your wrist is not an earth. You're just as much an antenna as anything else. It'd have to be at least a rod into a ground or a plumbing pipe or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think like a lead box? You don't think it'll work?
Lead box maybe, but that's bloody heavy. Like,
It doesn't
I
have
want
to
a
be.
bag.
It doesn't have to
If
be
it's
thick.
fabric, it could be a bag. Because I just need to stuff my drone in and press the button. Yeah?
Yeah.
But, I'd need to also somehow see that signal, wouldn't I? To know I'm on the next channel.
Yes, that's why there's an opening that you can direct to your face.
So, alright, so like a purse that's got a claspy thing that opens and then shuts. Yeah, you could probably do that. It's interesting. It's interesting. The cloth is probably not cheap, like Joel says.
You can make it.
No, you're not making that. You're not making that at home, bro.
Why?
No.
It just needs.
It's a weave.
Yeah, but you just need you don't need a cloth. You need something inside of a cloth.
No, the cloth is what's picking up the signal.
Oh, the cloth is.
The cloth is
Faraday.
metal weaved into it.
Okay, but
and that metal's connected.
I'm sure this metal exists somewhere already as a.
No, you can get
as
RF absorbent cloth. That's
There we go.
I'm not surprised by that. That
Okay.
doesn't shock me. And Faraday cages are a real thing.
Yes.
Just need it as a bag to make it more convenient.
Yeah, just get a company to put pit mode on the VTX. But that's the thing, like everyone uses different type of VTXs. This doesn't have pit mode. A lot of drones don't have pit mode.
Yeah, you can't.
Pit mode needs to be set
You
up.
can't wait for it on the FC.
Pit mode needs to be set up as well. So it's
Prior.
It's just so many things that you would still be in the same problem when you're turning it on.
I agree.
How was America? Hey man, America was magnificent. We discussed it on the.
It was incredible.
On the beginning of the the video. You should check it out. Oh, we got some.
So Joel sent us a little video, a little link here. Let me just check it out, and then we can put it on the big page for you. But there is some kind of cloth, bros.
Yeah.
It's not unimaginable what you're asking for.
And this would prevent. This would be like the Carlito box TM. C.
Yeah. TMC.
Would prevent. Not prevent. Would allow you to safely change your channel when you're racing with your mates. I'm not saying this is for like in a racing environment that a pro racing level where everyone knows what they're doing.
I think it could work for pros too, because if you could put it in that bag, in that container, let's call it bag, box, whatever you want to make it out of, and be assured that it's not going to affect anybody outside of there.
Yeah.
You could use that in any situation, and then you could just check anybody anywhere and change your channel.
Yes.
Like, it's an interesting, So this
is telling
us
thing. Instead of
it's RF absorbing foam and RF absorbing materials. I quite like the idea. It's quite interesting. Some way. I understand what you're asking for. It's just basically some way that I can turn on and not worry, change my channel and not worry, or even have to worry about taking someone out of the sky.
Yeah. And then when they go like, oh yeah, whoever's on F2 can go up now. You don't have to be. Oh no, I have to wait because sorry guys, give me 5 minutes because I need to change.
Yeah, there was a bit of that. There was a bit of that.
Thing.
There's always a bit of that, isn't there? Of having to change in between, and you're not quite on the right channel.
I'm not on the. Oh wait, you can do this whenever.
I wonder if you had the bag container with a receiver already in it to show you what channel was on inside it.
What do you mean?
Like, couldn't you put one of your scanners in the bag?
Yes. You can tell you more or
and
less.
the display of that scanner out of the bag.
On the outside saying like, oh, you are
this
inside
this bag is this
possible.
channel.
Yeah, it's possible. Very possible.
Because they wouldn't see anything outside the bag, would it?
Yeah. It's very
easy. They would
easy.
only see what's inside the bag.
Very easy to do.
That's not
Won't
bad,
give you your exact channel, but it will give you like the highest RF that you're.
It wouldn't be too close to swamping it. Would that not happen inside?
No, it won't give like if you're on E6,
inside the container.
and maybe say that you're an E6 is 5.6 whatever 5608, it would say like, oh, you're on 5620.
So it's getting
Right.
close.
Yeah, because it's when the
The
it's not when the
harmonic.
peak. The peak depends on where the signal is.
It's actually not the worstest of ideas. It's not the worstest. Tristan thinks we're overcomplicating it, but I think that we are.
Pit mode.
I think it's very.
Pit mode would
it's
be
not a pit-
amazing if
pit mode-
everyone had it. Everyone had it configured.
Yeah.
Everyone
No one has
knew
pit
how
mode.
to use it.
My
I
Inductrix
don't know how
doesn't
to
have
use
pit
it.
mode. My TWR doesn't have pit
Yeah.
mode.
I don't know how to use pit mode because I
Yeah.
never used it.
Like, I appreciate pit mode is the answer.
It's
But
a software answer.
Everybody has to have it, otherwise it's not the answer.
Yeah, but exactly. And pit mode, for it to work properly, it would have to be pit mode is enabled by default in all drones, and when you turn it on, you give it a command, and then it disables pit mode.
Well, that would have to be pre-programmed
Yes.
for everyone.
Yeah, which
So-
is not.
So that's 2 steps away from where we are now.
Yeah, and how many VTXs in the
And
world
you're just
don't have
asking
pit
for the
modes?
backpack. So like a little backpack,
Yeah.
and I stuff my drone in it, and there's a screen on it that tells me what channel is being transmitted inside here. I keep pressing my button till I find my
Yes.
channel.
Yeah, and then it doesn't matter if you have pit mode, if you have whatever.
Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
amount you're on.
Yes.
I guess not. I guess you'd have to have very, very powerful to be able to escape from there.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. It's an interesting.
Just hold on the button when turning on.
Hold on what button? Turning what on? What are you talking about? What? My TWR's got a button?
No, it doesn't.
What? No, it doesn't.
There's no
See?
pit modes for tons of.
For loads of
Yeah.
things.
For 5-inch, if you're using TBS, or if you're using, I don't know if.
And I think
yeah.
the
I
important
think
thing
TBS
is
is
that
the most one.
it's
that has
not
it.
just that, it's the second point. Yeah, the second point there is either it has to have already been enabled, and you have to every time disable pit mode, which will piss you off,
Yes.
and you'll turn it off very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. That's why I
Okay.
don't know how to work with pit mode, because I tried it once and then it was like, mother
Every single
fricker,
time. Yeah. and
take this thing
annoying.
away.
Okay. Yeah. You can't move everyone, bros. You can't move everyone, Joel. There's no way you're going to move everybody to the same thing.
Hmm.
But if you had a bag at the
Then
meeting,
It doesn't matter what you have.
would they stick it in the bag then? So then you've got to get them to put it in the bag.
Yeah, but that's your convenience, isn't
That's
it?
easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. To me, it seems like a great idea.
It seems like instead of like, oh, everyone just plug in. Oh, sorry, I didn't have pit mode.
It's interesting. Yeah, but you don't have pit mode on everything.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a utopian world where everyone loves everything. It's not going to happen.
Marcos is asking us, do you prefer brushless or brushed whoops?
In what situation?
Oh yeah, in what situation?
In
That's
what
true.
situation?
That's
Yeah.
actually
It's
true.
like 1S2S. It's the
2S.
1S2S.
Always
It's the
2S.
1S2S argument.
Always 2S unless 1S.
Always 2S unless it's 1S.
Real solution could be auto scanning and auto pairing. That would be even better.
Again, that's asking the industry to change electronics.
Yes, but it doesn't
And
exist.
not dealing with where we are now. Yeah, where we are now is random. And you need something that can encompass random.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
1S.
1S.
1S Tiny Whoops.
1S brushed.
1S brushed still has a place,
Lots of places.
and that's what I didn't quite talk about this. Like this is a 1S that I was flying earlier,
Mhm.
very badly.
Uh-huh.
And these motors that this has, purple, see the
Is that
purple?
the plums?
That's the plum motors.
Plums.
If you want to race Tiny Whoops,
In 1S brushed.
get these motors. Don't even think about
What's
it.
the speed of those compared to the unicorns?
I don't
A little
know.
bit slower than unicorns?
I don't know what the unicorns
I'm
are,
gonna
but
ask
I
maybe
think
the
there's there's such thing as too much.
Yes, I've said this many times, bros. Yeah, I've said this many times.
What's that?
Unicorns
What's the?
are 25
25.
and a half. Yeah, and plums are less, I know.
I think they're less. Yes.
Yeah.
But man, are they crazy fast! I was racing.
What about when you slow down?
Doesn't matter.
No. How quickly does it recover from a dive?
From a dive. Yeah, perfect.
Because that's the problem with brushed motors.
Yes.
Is the off rating.
Yeah. Well, this
and
is
how
for
quickly
racing.
they come back.
Racing only. Don't
So you're
think about
hoping-
anything
You're
else.
hoping to be in that flow non-stop.
Yes.
That's what you're asking for.
Yes. And for that flow, man, are these motors good.
You're right impressed.
Very, very impressed. I was using the yellow ones, and when we were in Colorado, in the U.S., I was like, what's wrong with this? Why don't they go? And I changed to this, and I was like, oh my god. But you know, I know
it's not just new motor syndrome.
No. And I noticed something peculiar, but obviously it's physics. That your motors, Colorado, like we're at sea level right now.
They're
right?
higher. They are. Oh, hang on, I'm not in shot.
And Colorado,
they're a mile high.
A mile high. I didn't know they were that high.
And the air is thinner.
Yes. So that means that your motors
are actually running faster but working less.
Yes.
Crazy, isn't it?
So
it is.
A quad that you have here and you go out and flies worse.
Way worse.
Than.
So does that mean that all of those Colorado pilots, when they come out of Colorado, feel like it's all lighter?
Yes.
Like they've got more power.
I think so.
There's more available to them.
Yeah.
That's an interesting argument. Yeah. Is anyone from Colorado been out of Colorado to notice that? But it is true, because I remember way back in the day when we was first doing airplanes, it was all about flying on cold days. And I fucking hated it. And they'd be like, no, it's better to fly on a cold day because the air is thicker and you've got more air grip and more speed and all of this. And I'd be like, oh, it's just freaking cold. Yeah? So, but the thickness of the air is quite important. Yeah?
So, Marcus was asking about the brushless brushed because he flies the UK65. I think still the UK65 is one of the best. Let me scroll. I think the UK65 is still one of the best brushless drones out there. Even with this 1S, 2S, I feel the UK65, because it was built for 1S top end speed, I think it's faster racing than this.
Then that's the Tiny Whoop 1S.
This is the Tiny Whoop 1S, 2S. Yes. 1S, 2S. Isn't it?
It's on one, well, I've only flown it on 1S.
Yeah, but it has the possibility for 2S. Yeah. I think the UK65 is faster than this.
That sounds smoother to me than the 65.
It's smoother.
Like it's more refined. Like
but it doesn't have as much power as the UK65. You just need to adapt yourself.
I'm, as you know, not a massive fan of 1S brushless. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan.
I am.
And I think that should be 2S. Yeah.
It should be 2S.
I think you can get more out of them at 2S.
Plastic frame sucks. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they do.
I left a couple of Raggy Whoop brushless frames with Artis? Shit, I forgot his name.
I don't know who you talking about.
Latvia.
In Latvia, Artemis.
Yes. Artemis. No, Artemis.
Artemis.
No, it's not Artemis. Marcus will know who I'm speaking of. So speak with him and maybe he can get you a couple of frames.
Okay.
You getting the Tiny Whoop brushless motors in, Jem?
Yeah. As soon as they're released, as soon as there's more than enough to go around.
Don't get me wrong. Like, these motors are fantastic.
I like
on
them.
1S, fantastic, and amazing on 2S.
I've not tried it on 2S, so I can't comment about it.
I have. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
Great. I'm. For me, it's about sound.
Sound.
The sound of these.
Artists.
The sound of these.
Aries, that's it. Aries.
The sound of these.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like they're more refined. Because they sound cleaner. It's smoother. They spool up nicely. They just sound nice. So it could be psychological.
Maybe.
Yeah. Could just be in my head. I could just be,
It's like the props. I noticed that these props, the new HQ props.
HQ props, lovely props.
Also sound nicer.
Yeah.
But I think there's less trust in them.
They're a very small paddle.
Mm.
So each one of them is very small.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the gem fans are
The
out
gem
now.
fans have got a
Have you
kink
tried
in
them?
them. I haven't.
Do you have
no,
them?
I haven't had them yet. They've got a kink in them, haven't they?
Yes.
The gem fan.
Yes. So they're more powerful, like
A bit like
1.2
the
grams or
Azure.
something like that.
Azure.
Azure, yeah.
Yeah, those ones. Look, I know HQ make freaking lovely props.
Yeah.
Those yellow Dura props that they brought out
Mm.
a year ago or something, 2 years ago,
Mm.
phenomenal props.
Yep.
So for me, for HQ to get involved in tiny props is a bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
These, they may work out to change this.
Mm.
Yeah. This is only their first foray into
Yep.
tiny props. I think they're fantastic as their first foray. We've got them now just come in at 40 mil.
You have them?
Yeah, for the 75 size.
Oh, you have these for 40 mil?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the 75 size.
Interesting.
Exactly. So that's where I think you're going to find the most difference.
All right.
Because you're going to be flying that harder.
Interesting.
Yes, very interesting. There's a big old box of it up there. I'll even let you take one home with you.
I will.
Yeah. But the 40 mil, and I think is where you're going to excel really, really a lot. Don't forget, my favourite prop is still the E-Sheen, cheapest of ever cheap prop.
Yes,
yeah?
and for racing, that's my
top,
recommendation.
Not the
TBS tried to come out with theirs, but I don't know. It's
there's a lot of work for the motors, I think, with that pitch.
Like, especially for brushless.
For brushed, yeah.
Oh, sorry, for brushed, yes.
For brushed. It's a lot of work for the motors. But if you've got faster motors, it will slow them down a little bit, make them work a little bit more efficiently. So it's a real funny question. Like, there's so many factors there.
Yeah, 40 mil.
Yeah, 40 mil HQ props, Tristan. Yeah, big time.
I need some.
Big time.
I have a question. Is painting a frame much heavier? If you paint a frame...
Depends on how much paint you layer upon it.
Yes.
Like, if you paint it properly, you should have less paint than hydro dipping.
Yeah. And also, on the UK65, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah, there's loads of extra weight.
Because there's loads of power on it, so you wouldn't...
Loads.
Yeah. For the brushless, just go
paint
for it.
Paint it up. Yeah, but yeah, plastic. Yeah. The hydro dipping still puts on weight.
Yeah,
like, you think it's very thin, but
it looks... I think this is hydro dipping because it's been coming off a little bit, but it looks...
You get a few bits.
Looks amazing.
Hydro dip's nice.
All red, well, except for that black.
Hydro dip is nice. You can't argue with that. Hydro dip is very nice. If you can get the small enough pattern as well. This is the part of my problem with hydro dip at the moment, is that the patterns are massive.
Yeah.
And you're trying to put that onto a tiny little thing.
Yes.
So you need very small patterns in order for it to be seen on such a small thing.
Yeah. Seen the Mobula 7
Mobula
HD.
7. Yes, yeah, well, they just anything they'll copy any idea. I saw Banggood today copy some guy's resistor down, discharger thing, as a personal project. He made this little lead with a resistor and a light in it.
Banggood like,
and Banggood immediately have copied it and made a product, so I'm not surprised. Evil bastards just stealing any idea that anyone has.
The orange wood, is that the Beta one? It is. No, it's not a Beta Flight. It's the orange.
The orange one, the one with the orange props. You mean this one? That's a Happy model flight controller. It's the Tiny Whoop flight controller.
Yeah.
And the Tiny Whoop motors.
That's the new motors that you can find.
Unreleased Tiny Whoop motors that there's not enough of, but they do say Tiny Whoop on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Very cute. Beautiful motors.
Yeah, and they sound great.
Perfect. Yeah.
For me, it's like that sound, bros. It's that.
They even copied the descriptions.
I'm not surprised if they. Yeah, is Tristan talking about the lead? Yeah. He must have seen it as well. They copied the guy's description, everything. Just like, how sick can you get, man?
I don't know.
Like,
the Mobula 7 HD is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's smart of them, but it's stupid because they're not innovating anything. They're just like, you know what? Oh, there's a lot of people putting HD cameras on their Whoop. Let's just make a better mount.
And it's not that much better.
And it's 3S as well. So what I'm curious of is...
What? Why? Why 3S? Why?
It's 2S, 3S. Because 2S is, you've flown that.
Yeah.
Right? It goes, but it doesn't go as
instead
well
of
as
instead
it
of
could.
fixing the actual problem, which is the weight,
No.
they've said give you another
More
cell,
cells.
more power to compensate. But now you've just completely changed the flavour.
Yeah.
You know, where 2S for me is already too aggressive to have that HD in people's faces.
Yes. Imagine the size.
Yeah. Imagine it with 3S.
Yeah.
Like it's just yes, Ryan. It's ridiculous.
3S
It's they haven't innovated. They've just compensated.
This is what I want.
This is what Carlos wants.
Someone needs to do this. A 1S,
1S,
2S, shut up, HD whoop.
Okay. Why does it need to be 1S, 2S?
Listen,
if it
have
can
you flown
fly,
this in 2S?
if it can fly well enough at 1S,
Yeah.
and it's HD,
Yes.
why does it need to be 2S?
Because 2S is different.
Because you know
It's different
that
type of
right
power.
now HD is so heavy that 1S can't carry it, and it will struggle to carry
Yes,
it,
but
and it needs to be 2S in order to carry it properly.
This
so
is
why we got it in 1S is the question.
Because imagine going to Tiny Whoop race.
Yeah.
And flying your exact same quad.
Yeah.
But getting HD footage.
I'd love that.
You'd love that.
I'd love that.
Now imagine, can you go outside and fly this?
You'd struggle a little bit. Okay,
You struggle, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine it has the power of this. Huh?
But that's a different quad. Why can't I have a 2S HD
Why do you want
and
that?
a separate 1S HD?
But why do you want that?
Because
you could just put
horses
another
for
battery.
courses. I don't get it.
I want everything in one. Listen.
I don't get it.
And it's possible. This idea is possible already.
Already?
Yes.
I don't know.
It is possible already.
How is it possible already?
Not full HD, but 720 HD. Yes.
What, you're talking about the
HD.
Q12s that
No.
faff about?
No.
What?
No.
What?
There's something that connects to that no one ever made. I don't know why. The idiots. There's a little device that connects to the output of the camera.
Yeah.
And records that into 720p.
What's that device? What, just a DVR?
Yeah, as a micro DVR. Like you
and
just
why haven't we used that already then?
I don't know.
Well,
that's what I use on the car. You know.
I need to see it now. Now, see, look, he just turns up, drops this kind of stuff on me. Like, what are you talking about? What?
Yes.
There's a
exists.
micro.
There's a micro SD card.
And we can break
DVR
into
recording.
the video straight out of the camera
yeah.
before the VTX even.
Yes. And record it without zero lag.
I don't care about the lag because it's recorded. That doesn't matter. I'm not changing it.
No. Zero lag on your goggles because it doesn't interfere on the goggles.
Before the VTX.
It's just a different connection. You just attach it to the same video cable.
Why are you only just telling me about this now?
Well, this exists already for a long time.
Why am I only just the first time I've heard about this?
Because no one uses this. I used it. I used to use
on?
this on my racing quads just to get some HD footage.
Well, it's interesting.
Yes.
I think you'd have to bring it in now.
It's super tiny. You can look for HD.
Come on.
DVR recorder.
Oh shit! Look how much you stressed me. You've made me break my thing.
Listen, but that's not what I want.
That's not what you want.
I want if some manufacturer out there is watching this show.
Any one of you, except for Banggood.
Except for Banggood, I will take it from Banggood.
You'll take it. You'll take it.
I love Banggood.
You'll take it hard from Banggood.
I want this exactly what you have here, with some more circuitry around, that records whatever is happening directly on a little piece of like memory that's inbuilt in the quad. I don't want any freaking
like
HDs.
black box style.
Yes, and then when I get home, I pick up my SD cable, I connect it to here, and
so
I
you don't even want a card. You don't even want an SD card.
That's more weight. I don't need a card.
Yeah, and the little metal thing to hold
and
that
the metal
card.
thing and whatever, and the fiddling with putting the card or the card
Sticking
drops
the card
or whatever.
in,
If you lose the drone, you lose the drone, but then you'd lose the SD card as well, right?
You could put 8 gigs on there, and it will. How much could you put on there? How much memory?
How much?
How much is the big?
What's the size of 124
exactly.
gigs?
How much is the size of that on
Nothing,
the card?
right? So just inbuild that on the goddamn motherboard.
That's actually an innovative idea.
There you go. and then you have HD recording directly
on board,
on board.
and then I drag it off of the drone.
Exactly.
Not even off the card. It's off the drone.
And you don't have to worry. Like, let's say that
and
they
it records everything.
That they put, I don't know, like 32 gigs.
Yeah.
It's how many days of recording is that?
That's still a lot of recording.
Black
and
box
it could
DVR,
record everything.
256 megabytes for a few flights. Yeah, or even bigger than that. Can we do black box recording already?
Of video though?
No, probably not.
You can do black box of data.
Yeah.
But video is quite a lot of stuff.
Yes. But it can be done.
It just needs to be asked for.
Yes.
It needs to be requested.
It's some.
It needs to be made by someone and then copied.
Yeah. And then improved.
And
because
then improved.
What this is gonna do is that the HD people are gonna be like, oh my god, everyone is just using this HD footage now instead of our Turtle V whatever. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna put their Turtle. Now imagine another one for the future, not too far away. Hopefully,
soon.
You get a Turtle V2 inbuilt in this flight controller.
Okay.
Did that just blow your mind?
Yeah, I'd love it, bros, but I'm more with you without needing the SD card. I like that idea.
Yeah, no. But a Turtle V2 without any SD card, no SD card, inbuilt in this tiny little
inside
flight
there,
controller.
Yes. Yeah, why do we have to have the FPV as an external second thought almost? Like,
make it more expensive, I would buy it.
Yeah, I ain't got an issue with that. I quite like that. I got no problem with that at all. I really like that. God, blimey, it's not often I can say I've got no problem with it, but I quite like that idea.
But nowadays, you can already have a Tiny Whoop, just like this, recording with
onboard
footage, yes, in HD. It's not like crystal clear HD, but it's HD.
I think that would resolve a lot of.
But without the goddamn SD card, that's what annoys me. I just want something.
The SD card and the cage to hold the SD card.
Yes.
That bit is massive.
And you bounce off, the SD card goes, or oh, it's just some connection problem, or the SD card is not put in the right way. There's so many things that can go wrong.
Tamam canım. Konuşuruz.
Yeah, there's so many things that can go wrong that.
Excuse me.
FPV and Fox here should team up. Yeah. If you're a sponsor pilot for any of these people, this is what you need to annoy them. Like, make a system that makes this into an HD feature at the same weight, or close to the same weight, because.
Well, you wouldn't have that many more chips, bros. Like, at the end of the day, the whole problem we've got is that it's a whole new piece of fibre board to make another board that you're going to add into here. If you're putting it in chips, it's a lot less. Remember how big this used to be?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go and get my CCKCCD thing out? Like, yeah? Biggest thing in the world.
Tristan
Motion at your floodlight cam.
He's not on board. I don't think there's as much extra weight as you think, Tristan.
He wants a lightweight extra board. But that's not going to be as light as this can be.
Yes. It still won't be as light as that. Yeah. But look, Mr. Gate, he's put an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love augmented reality.
This is funny.
We saw the car. Do you remember that one?
What?
The go-kart.
Yes.
Yeah, in America. In America. Chris Foss.
Oh yeah.
From Big Whoop.
I don't think that's what he means. He means augmented reality, as in you're flying FPV and the gates are in your goggles.
Yeah. But that would need to know where this is in the world.
Yeah,
which
but
is quite a difficult proposition.
This already exists.
FPV wise.
Yep.
Flying wise.
Yes.
Something else I don't know about.
Years ago, actually.
Years ago.
It's what's most impressive that no one developed this technology even more. But this already exists.
Flying.
Yes.
FPV.
Yes. Gates that show up on your screen. Yes, it's true. This already exists. It's just the case that the guy that developed this, at the time people were like, oh no, I just prefer the gates. I want to go to the field, spend 2 hours assembling gates, and that's good enough for me.
I don't remember
So
that.
this exists, I can promise you, unless there was a dream that I had.
Sounds
It
like
wasn't a dream that I had. This already
it
exists.
sounds like a dream.
Go to YouTube.
I'm going to YouTube. Yeah.
You need GPS on the quad. Actually, you don't. I think he.
Let's. What am I looking for?
You can put like overlay gates on OSD FPV. No, it's not this. On OSD and then maybe FPV afterwards. I promise you, I've seen this.
I've not seen this. It's very new to me.
And it was a quad as well.
And he had gates floating about.
Yes, gates floating about, and he would go through the gates, and then he would go to the next gate. This is a very old thing, like super old. Existing, it's true, Jam. See, Philip knows.
It's true.
Yes. I don't know if we can find it because this is like.
Then why is it? What was his problem then?
I don't know.
What was the
problem was that
issue?
it wasn't the gates would slightly move sometimes.
Oh, we can refine that. Oh, is that the only problem?
Yes, that was the only problem.
It was hard to bring the latency down. I was working on a mixed reality to do 80. Really?
Eagle tree vector are virtual gates. Oh, maybe that was it. Eagle tree vector.
Really?
Eagle tree vector. Virtual gates. No.
It'll find it.
There we go. Sky gates. Is that one?
Sky gates for vector. We'll bring you in on this video. I think this could be it.
Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. That's it. Big screen. Yeah, that's it. See, it wasn't this one exactly.
That's the okay.
Yes. Yeah. See.
Well, isn't that interesting?
So is it using GPS? Maybe I'm not entirely sure, but it could be. You could probably do this in other ways.
So that just needs to know the ground plane, I guess. It must have to have GPS because how would you know? How would you know you're getting closer?
Yeah.
How interesting.
But in the future, if we have this this smaller GPS that we know about.
What is that clicking noise?
Oh, it's the thing. So I think with some proper development.
That was very, very interesting.
This could be a proper thing. Look, elevation. Yeah, it's with GPS.
So it's definitely got some kind of GPS-y thing. But did he draw that course?
Maybe.
So at some point, did he fly the area? It must have.
I think if he puts the gates on a 3D thing. So much potential.
That is so interesting. Like if you could do it in a, alright, I want it in this room. So how fine is it? You know, what's the resolution? You know, is that a meter? Is it 10 centimeters?
I think it's possible.
That is so interesting. Because your GPS would work sitting here. It would work indoors just the same way.
Maybe you don't need a GPS. Maybe you need something else. Maybe you need, the like they use in movies, where the actors
dots.
just have like dots on it. If it's a dot, and the GPS imagery recognizes that it's a dot.
Triangulation.
No, you don't need any triangulation. You just need the only thing that someone needs to crack is how do you connect to the camera, because right now you don't. As soon as the flight controller is able to connect to the camera, the stuff that you can do is endless.
That was very interesting.
Because then you can, right now the only thing that you do is you're putting OSD, but it's not to the camera, it's to the VTX. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you can bypass that and just connect to the camera and understand what the camera is seeing, it's a totally different ball game.
I don't think that system is reading the camera.
No.
I don't think.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
I don't think it's reading the camera at all.
It isn't. But if you could, then you can use tracking algorithms to understand what's going on.
But that's like scan codes.
That's what AR does. So the parrot AR that Tristan was talking about, probably the stuff that it does is that the board in AR is very very easy to code. So you can say like, what are you watching, camera? And the camera says, oh, I'm watching a couple of green stuff and there's a red stuff.
Wait a minute.
And then you tell the programming.
Okay, the parrot AR works differently. Parrot AR looks down.
Down or front?
No, it looks down and it has a painted carpet. It has a carpet with loads of little different coloured blocks on it.
Yes.
And it knows which pattern each block is.
Yes.
So that automatically tells it orientation.
Because the camera is the flight controller is connected to the camera, not the other way around. So the flight controller knows what the camera is seeing.
Yes.
But we don't have that.
No, I don't want you to. I don't think that's needed.
It is needed. Imagine that for this gate system to work perfectly, imagine a situation where you go around and you put a lot of red dots around your room, right? When the flight controller is connected to the camera, is understanding what the camera sees.
It can see the red dots.
And that information, so the flight controller goes like, oh, look, there's a red dot.
Yeah.
And it sends that information in an overlay to your transmitter, saying like, oh, put an overlay that has a gate here. That's it. See, Tristan, coder, that's not a bad way to do it. Tristan, we can chat about this next week. There we go. Let's put Tristan next week. We're gonna have
Tristan in the house. Tristan, don't say it if you're not coming on, because I'm right intrigued in this. My little brain is whirring away, thinking about what he's talking about.
Similar taking for the vibe.
I'm gonna have you in next week, and we'll talk about this because this is very interesting. If you can bring something with you to show us what the hell you're talking about, that would be awesome as well. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Very intrigued.
We can do stuff like this. What the guy was showing in the video right now. But that's pretty much your. So the thing that's doing all the work is the flight controller or whatever is managing this system, and it's telling your VTX, hey, this is happening on the screen right now because the GPS positioning is here and you're pointing there, so you should be able to see this gate. And that information gets fed to your goggles, right, through a overlay or whatever. But if you can get the camera to add some information on there, then you're gonna have a super accurate information, because your GPS will tell you, hey, look, you're turning this way, but actually maybe it's a meter there, or a meter left, or a meter right, and the camera is going to tell you, no, that tree is slightly left to what it should be. That means that actually the gate should be there instead of the GPS telling it it's a meter away. So it's going to be super accurate.
Well, yeah, because you've got two different ways of reading it.
Yes.
But
even if you just have the camera, then you don't need the GPS, because you will just tell the camera, when you see this tree and this configuration, then the gate is going to be 1 meter after.
It's not a tree; it's seeing a red dot.
What it sees is a bunch of
it into a tree.
Yeah, but the camera would be able to understand what a tree is, what the grass is, what a red dot is in relation to all of that stuff.
Would you have to tell it?
Basic object tracking, yeah.
But
if
would
we
you
start
have to
with
tell it where this dot is and how far that dot is? Yeah. You would have to tell it.
No. The camera recognition. You just tell the camera, look, this object is a meter.
Yeah, you'd have to tell it.
No, you tell that on a flight controller, because when the camera sees it, it looks like, oh, look at this object. It's not a meter. That means that it's calculates
so you're saying,
hypotenuse.
Again, that's like QR. Like, so this big is a meter away.
Exactly.
And this big is much closer.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And you can make the gates actually know where it's facing.
Okay.
By putting one color.
That was not the question I asked.
All right.
The question I asked is, you've got a dot over here and
yes.
a dot over here.
Yes.
Does the computer know where those two dots are in relation to each other?
Yes.
But you would have to tell it that. You'd have to
No,
go
no.
with your tape measure.
No, you don't.
And measure that one.
You don't.
And how would it know?
By the size of what the thing is. So if the computer knows that all objects that you're using are 1 meter wide, if they're 10 feet away, to the lens, it would appear that they're not 1 meter wide, right? They're going to be smaller.
That still doesn't answer my problem.
What size is this?
I totally understand
what
that.
What size is this?
I totally understand that, and
Here,
I get that.
Here, it's this big, right?
But that doesn't
if I put it there away,
but that
it's
doesn't
that big.
put that object in space in relation to the second object. And that's what it augmented will need.
Yeah.
The augmented will need
those
two in space to know where you're rotating it.
All of this that we're talking about already exists.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Look, Philip is sending us a
Let's
link.
see what Philip has sent us to have a look at, because we could argue the toss all day between us. Yeah, we need actual people that know what the hell they're talking about.
YouTube big screen.
Let's do the
object
YouTube.
detection.
So this is.
See the car. He knows that what the car is. So
on
the left is what the computer is seeing, like a car, and how big is it? Look, 31%, 60%. So it knows exactly how far or how close the car is.
Well, how can it know that this car is a bigger car than this one, and therefore closer or the same space?
In this case, you would have to tell the program, look, if you see a taxi, it's going to be this big, and if you see a Volvo, it's going to be this big.
Nice chairs, man.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Person. It's just the features. So sometimes it might get it wrong. Person, car. This is a computer thinking, pretty much. So it's not like you go like, oh, if it has a head and whatever, it's a person, which is kind of what the computer does.
Which is what the computer's doing. The computer's building a person out of shapes.
Handbag. This is what the Terminator sees.
Okay, so alright, 1 minute.
But for this, we're taking this like way too far. In reality, if you wanted to get gates, all you would need is a bunch of red balls.
Yeah, whatever.
And if you wanted to have like the perfect gate, all you need is the same red balls with maybe 2 green sides or blue sides on the side. So you have orientation.
So you got orientation of those red balls.
Or maybe not even 2. Just have half green, half blue. So it knows like where the gate is.
Yes, half green, half blue would work, wouldn't it? Because then that would be this side or that side.
Yeah, and if there's more red, then it means that the gate is more this side. If there's more blue, then it means the gate is on this side.
That is really, really interesting. All right, well, Tristan, you're definitely going to be in. I know that Philip Seidel actually knows a shitload of stuff too, so I wouldn't mind hearing from him too. If either of you guys want to come on next week.
Oh, the percentages are confidence level. Okay. Is 67% confident that that's a car. I'm pretty sure that's a car.
Pretty sure.
But it can be a truck.
It could be.
Or a pig.
Yeah, it could be a wheelbarrow. Right. But if you guys want to come on and talk to us about this augmented reality stuff, I'd love to have you on and hear what, because you know the stuff. Well, I'm just guessing here most of the time.
I'm kind of guessing as well. Obviously, because the confidence is not the... I thought it was like how big the car is compared to actual object, but
it's confident that it's a car.
I'm pretty sure that this is possible as well, to know where the car is based on. But you would have to every car would have to look the same, or you have to have a database for every single car. So we would know like, oh look, this is the car that in the database.
This is what I'm actually looking.
It's smaller than what it should be, so that's the same.
So that's just guessing.
Yes.
Pretty accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just watching this video again just so you can bring us in as well.
Traffic lights.
Pretty accurately, that is guessing.
Yes.
What that shape is, because it doesn't know it's a car. Yeah, does it? It doesn't
just see.
It's just the shape going past.
Colors and movement and.
Do you think it's
shapes.
reading the circles of the wheels? Is that part of the criteria
Probably,
to bring up the percentage?
And the license plate and.
Well, from the side it'd be hard to see the plate, but.
No, but when he drives away, you don't see wheels anymore. Or if it's from behind.
And like with the person, like you've got a head and you've got legs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But look, you don't see his legs, and he still knows it's a person, because maybe there's 2 arms moving.
There's something going on, or shape with a head on the top.
Yeah.
With
person,
a
a
bobbly
handbag.
bit in the middle.
Yeah.
That's just so incredible.
This is the Terminator from the future. That's how he's gonna kill us all. Cause so don't look like a person. If you go like this, maybe it doesn't look like a person. And
Well, there is that thing.
You escape reality.
There is the. Do you remember when that face tracking thing came out, and there was people having these funny tattoos to change the shape of their face? Yeah, so they couldn't get recognised.
Open source. So hopefully you can bring this into everyone and make it hackable.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Excellent, man.
That would be awesome.
We definitely need Tristan here next week.
Definitely. I think Tristan, book yourself in, bruvs. Philip, if you can get on the phone as well. Yeah, because we need a different, proper opinion on this. I think there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how we could incorporate this to FPV.
And imagine to a small space as well.
Yes. Imagine going to a place that will look, that you can make it look like Tiny Whoop headquarters.
Yeah. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? That where you could.
You put the you're here. Oh, this looks really shit.
Bang, you would
and you put your goggles, and you're in a different location.
You would need a hole already as big as Tiny Whoop, wouldn't you? You would need the Tiny Whoop headquarters footprint in your space.
Well, that's the beauty of it. In the future, you would go like this with your scanner, and you go like beep 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 beep. That's the space that you have, and you'd import this into the drone or into the goggles or whatever.
Whatever the unit is.
Whatever the unit that controls everything is, and that will generate. Oh, what would you like? Would you like to see the actual space?
I'm thinking. No, that's what I'm thinking.
Would you like to see this as a Tiny Whoop Invitational space?
Can I not just get a tight? Can I not just? Oh look, I want the Infinity Tunnel there.
Yeah.
I want the Tunnel of Love there.
It will be like Velocidrone, but in reality.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that everyone will be able to see the same thing. The same. Yeah.
That was very interesting. Then we really wouldn't need gates or anything, would you? Just need a bare open space.
When there's object recognitions or flight controllers, we don't need VTX tracking.
When we have object recognition or flight, we won't. I guess we won't, because you'll have that off there, wouldn't you? You would.
Yes, boys, all of that. Mr. Gate is like, just give me everything right now.
I want all of that stuff.
No, this is gonna take forever.
All right. So the next thing that I want to resolve, then, seeing as we've got some very clever people online, I want to do I want to get rid of the analog issue of the channels, and I want to fly 20 people at a time. Yeah. I need that issue resolved. Can we get working on that one as well, lads? Yeah. So what I think is, I spoke to some very intelligent people, and they told me.
Look what Joel said.
That above and below our picture that we see are two bands that are transmitted, read, but never used, ignored. Yeah. And I reckon that we could put a QR code type thing there, so that the goggles reads those two bands and only shows me the video that has them bands. So even if you're transmitting on my channel,
this is all.
It will ignore yours.
Yes. Again, this is all possible, but it's the VTX developers that. They have to do this.
Yeah, you need someone to do it.
You could do all of this
and get
in analog. You could do all of this in analog.
This is a digital addition to an analog in a way, isn't it?
Yes, but the thing is that you'll always have problems in ghosting. What I'm talking about is if you're flying and someone turns on, your VTX would be able to know
that it's yours or someone else's.
There's someone else's, and they would either not turn on.
Cool. Isn't this very like DAB? We went from analog radio to digital broadcast radio. Is that not very similar?
You have to think. This is generating a lot of money, right? The way that VTXs are doing right now.
The shitty job that they're doing.
Yes, but it's generating a lot of money. What's the incentive to change?
More money.
No, it's not.
New money.
No.
Everyone that's bought all of those analogs is going to instantly buy the next one.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're not going to buy the next one, no.
If you tell me I can fly with 20 people with this VTX as opposed to that one, I'm buying this VTX.
It requires a lot of money for...
What are you talking about?
Yes, for
everything requires loads of money.
Instead of pit mode...
Yeah? JB's got videos, has he? Did he teach you something, Kristen? I don't know what he taught you because he didn't teach me. Yeah.
I want that to won't happen soon.
I
It's probably because
really want it to happen.
developers don't want to do it.
Yeah. I think we
All
can.
FCs boot up on A1 for or some shitty frequency always. Yeah? Probably.
Yeah, again, that goes back to that forcing it into the system, yeah, and whether or not it will be taken up by everyone.
Yeah. The problem with this is that, again, this requires a change for everyone,
Yeah.
for everything. So
To get into it, yeah. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's one thing that pisses me off. That's the thing that gets me the worst. Yeah, is this whole video channel.
Yeah.
Overlay, harmonics,
Yeah.
the transmitting on 3 different channels at the same time.
Because it's a flawed system when it was.
Essentially, yeah, you're right. It's a very flawed system to start with, but 0 latency.
Yeah.
So that's why we're stuck with it.
Yeah.
It's because you can't get faster.
Yeah.
Or you can't even match it, let alone get faster.
Maybe.
They're not even matching it, bro. It's like, come on.
But the what you have to think is that all of this stuff requires a lot of money for development and testing and stuff. And what's the incentive for companies to do this? Maybe they'll get more money. Look at how miserable the HD video was. Is everyone using HD video now?
No.
You can fly with 16 pilots.
That's a rubbish.
Same thing.
That's a rubbish. I appreciate
Well.
that. That is part of the problem. Yeah, that is part of the problem.
See, it's either slow migration in FPV for everyone, purchase of a Carlito box. Get the
That's what you
Carlito
need,
box.
is a Carlito box.
We can make it like a nice hamper bag,
in yellow. Do you think it will work in yellow with a black
and people
stripe
can be
down
like,
it?
they can take their stuff
Yeah.
inside, and then they're like, oh, now I have to change. Oh, don't worry, I already have my Tesco bag.
I've got my Carlito box.
Tesco Carlito bag.
Yeah, and I can check it out.
Actually, when they said that you can do it from materials, I instantly thought of like a carry-on little bag.
I thought of one of those, like the shoe bag ones with the drawstring at the top.
Or you could put it on a backpack.
It's almost like a backpack. It's just material that you stuff it in, and you just need to be able to change the channel while it's in there.
Maybe bag producers start including this on your bag, like an RF container for all of your drones.
Or an RF pocket.
RF pockets.
Don't need to be that big, does it?
No?
Just needs to be a pocket.
Okay.
That's quite interesting.
Full of ideas.
He is full of ideas.
And it's recorded.
He's full of it, and it's online, so proof that he said it. Yeah.
Right.
Before other people said it.
I think. Oh, I don't care.
Have you had enough?
I think.
Have you had enough? I don't know how long our stream has gone on now. We've been on nearly 3 hours, Carlos.
Yes.
I think we've spoken about stuff enough now. Thank you very much for sticking with us, like listening to our drivel.
Yeah, we have stuff already for next week.
We
Motion
do.
at
We've
your
got quite a
floodlight
few little
cam.
ideas for next week, and a guest. Definitely, Tristan.
Yes.
If you've got time, please come round. And Philip, if you can, kind of phone call-y style to tell us about stuff. I'm right interested in this augmented reality. I'd love to chat to you guys more, but I think we've had enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you've had enough. Thank you very much, Joel. Thank you very much for coming on with us today.
Yeah.
And giving us the explanation of Hydra. I'm waiting to see this in 2 weeks' time. Good luck with it. Congratulations again.
Very
and if
excited to use
some of you UK guys are interested in the system, I'd be happy to put you in touch. Clearly you know who he is. If you want to contact him, don't harass him. He's very busy. I just want to see it working. I want to see someone with it in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
Philip is said, so sad. You can go back to YouTube and watch it
You have
again.
to go back in time, Philip. Sorry, buddy. You know.
Give me the views, man.
It's a bit random
Give me the
what
views,
we
I need the
do,
views.
so